Okay, I need to move this.
We won't have any boxes until Mary gets here.
Yep.
But that's okay. I found.
Well, I gotta pull up the live videos so that I can watch chat.
Oh, I need to do that too.
Remember, turn your sound off.
Yeah. Oh, not that one.
I think they're all here already. Goodness gracious. Oh shoot. Sorry guys. We're just kind of waiting for Mary. Oh shoot.
Hi, Zoe and Holly and Mina, Gloria, Patricia, Brittany. We're glad you're all here. Yay. Hi, Sherry. We're glad you're here. We're still waiting on Mary to get in, so we're just waiting a minute.
Yeah, we're just piddling around with our stuff for a minute. So
yeah. I'll go ahead and show you the different kinds of things I'm going to do in my book, and then Tanya can show you hers. Since it's on me, I'll go first. I cut some of my toilet paper rolls down to, I'm going to use them to make tags to go in. So I made sure they would slide in and out. And then I cut some of them like this so they'll open up, and I'm going to put some buttons here and make these like little doors, and then put my image behind the doors. And then one of them I cut on the side, and I'm going to make it into a little book. So those are the different kinds of pages that I'm going to do. I know Tanya's going to do something different. And hi, Becky. And I might decide to do one of the things that she's doing. So I've got an extra paper roll if I decide to do that. But that's what I've got planned at the moment.
Okay, and I picked up my paintbrush. Just a minute, I'll switch back over here.
Sorry.
I did not get all of my tubes gessoed, so I was finishing that up while we were getting ready. And so this is the last one of those, and then I can show you what my plan is.
Hi, Holly. Hi, Nancy.
Mindy's here.
The choir.
Nancy's here.
You can make one with doors, Patricia. That's why I was showing them to you.
Yeah, that's right. That's the whole point. The other thing is Lisa's going to make her book go one direction, and I'm going to make my book go a different direction. So, you know, that's the idea, is to give yourself options.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning to use 10, Brittany. I'm going to use these 3, and then I'm going to use 7 of these. So you can do it however you want. You can, I'm going to use two with doors and 1 with, that's a book, and then 7 of the ones that you put the tag in. And, or I may do 6 of those and 1 of whatever Tanya's doing.
Well, and the thing is, girls, is that we're not going to get it finished tonight. So you have some time before our next session on the 26th to save up some more rolls and to do some more things. Okay, so this toilet paper tube I cut down a little bit. I'm probably going to have to straighten it up with the with either a mat knife or the cutter. But
okay,
put it with a
is that going to be your pocket?
But it's going to go on right here like so. Now I will not attach it on this outside edge because I want it to be able to have, let me find something that is a different color to put in it. There we go.
So you'll have a pocket on each side.
It'll have a pocket on each side because this solid tube is fitting in the other tube.
Oh, cool. I'm going to do that too. I'm cutting mine right now.
Then what I will do is when I put my piece on here that's for my binding, this pocket piece will go in, and then this can sit in here like so. But I'm going to leave this end open so that it can go in and out easy. So it's going to have a pocket inside the tube and a pocket here. Lisa, I'm going to go back to you because Mary apparently is having a problem. Oh, there she is.
Hi, Mary.
She's, I'm not sure she's here just yet. Let me, oh, okay. It's got
Our little icon thing is down there. We've got pictures on the bottom now.
But her camera is for some reason not showing. There we go.
Okay.
Let me
Hi,
see.
Rose. Hi, Janet. Hi, Terry. I'm going to say I missed somebody else up here. Judy. We're glad y'all are all here. Hi, Sharon. As normal, we're having technical difficulties. Hi, Susan. Okay. That's going to be fun.
Mary asked me to set her camera, and I think it's set, Mary, if you can hear me. I've unlocked it. No, it's locked back.
Hi, Kendra. Hi, Christy.
I'm sorry, Lisa, they're on you. So talk to them for a minute while I see. Mary seems to be locked out. I don't know why, because I've unlocked it twice.
Hi, Beverly. Okay, we're going to be showing you several different things tonight, and we're going to be doing mostly painting and building the bottoms, the part that's going to be the hinge. Oh, it's not on me anymore. Oh, now it is.
It will be in 1 second.
That's fine. And we're going to put the hinges on the bottom where we put our holes for our binding. And then we're going to also show how we put the tops or whatever we're doing on our tags. I'm using these little clipboard thingies for my tops of my tags, and they'll just clamp on the front and the back of the tag, and then that'll be the thing that slides in and out and has a ribbon or whatever. And Tanya's gonna do one that has some extra pockets on the outside, which is a cool idea. And I'm gonna do one that's a book, and two that are these little doors that open. So that's some of the different things that we're going to be trying to do tonight, but we're not going to be able to get finished. So we're going to have to work on it as we go. Hi, Mitt. Beth, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not talking because Mary can't seem to get on, and yet she's unlocked. So I do not know. I'm going to lock it back, Mary, if you can hear me, and then I'm going to unlock it again.
Hi, Donna. I'm glad you're here. Just stay as long as you can. It's fine. You can see what we're doing, and then you can work on it over the next couple of weeks until we come back, and we'll finish them then in a couple of weeks. So,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I can change my audio, but I don't seem to be able to change my video.
Huh. Okay, it's showing your video is locked again, and I have no idea why, Mary.
Is your camera plugged in?
My camera's plugged in.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
unlocked. Lisa, and keep talking, and I'll keep playing with this.
Okay. Do you have your camera open, the software open somewhere else? I'm only asking that because I couldn't get mine to come on.
Really? I turned on my camera settings to turn off my autofocus. Maybe I have to set that off. Let me try it now.
Yeah. Well, I had to get out of that program in order for mine to come on. That's the only reason I'm asking. Hi, Joyce. I'm glad you're
Mary. There you go. You're on. You got it.
Okay.
Don't touch anything.
How about the autofocus, though? Am I out of focus?
Just a minute. Okay. Now lift something up. Lift that paper up. Okay, it's perfect.
Okay. Sorry, Lisa. I'll go on.
Right.
You can put me on mute now because the TV is going to go on. So you guys have the show.
Okay, well, you make sure you do your thumbs up and everything like you did last time. Okay. All right. Now, there's a bunch of people that came in. I want to say hi to Donna and Beth and Christy and Mary Ann and Janet's here and Becky's here and anybody who we have missed because we were fiddling around. Sorry, and missed saying hi to you. I'm sorry. I will show my other pocket. Oh, I need to go back to me, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you my other pocket. Mary, you didn't see this, and Lisa will show you hers. This is a little pocket that I'm going to make. I just took one of my paper tubes and I cut some of it off. And then my solid paper tube that's not cut, I'm going to just slip inside of here. And then when I put my binding on, this will be a pocket that I can put something in, as well as the tube pocket that's there. And then another one I want to do is to cut this kind of, I'm going to cut this in half, sort of, and then not take so much off the top of it, just a little bit, so that it's like a quarter pocket just towards the back. So it goes like that. So it'll be two little pockets. So like that. So Lisa, you want to show Mary your doors so that she's seen those?
Sorry, I got painty fingers.
That's okay. And girls, if you don't realize it, Mary's brother watches television on Tuesday nights, and so she's going to have to be muted. So she did real well with this last week. Go ahead, Lisa. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is my my one with the doors, and I'm going to have mine bound this way, but they're going to open up and down like this. So it's going to be a book that folds back and forward instead of to the side. So I'm going to have my doors with doorknobs that open like this. But if you're opening you can do the same thing. They'll just open up and down instead of to the side. And I'm going to put some buttons on there and tie some string or something around the buttons to hold the door shut. And then the other one I had was just to make a little book. That'll be one. And I'll have to show you'll have to put the binding piece, just inside instead of over the whole thing when we do these. But that's not any more difficult to do. You just have to remember that.
So, Mary, if you've got anything special you're going to do with yours, I'm going to put it on you now. Nope, she says no. So, Mary, do you want to show what color you're going to paint yours? She doesn't know. Oh, that figures. Mary's painting hers gold, girls. How about you, Lisa?
I've got a combination of colors. I've got a phthalo blue and a metallic green, a metallic gold, a metallic red that's really more pink than red, and then a peachy color that's called pink blush. So I'm going to just do a mix of those, and I'll probably do, I don't know yet if I'm going to do all the colors on all of them or if I'm going to do a combination of maybe two colors on each one and, have a mix and match. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to paint and see what happens.
Well, I'm going to use this. Oh, I guess it would help if I put it back on me. So,
yeah, it would.
I'm going to use this rose gold, which is kind of coppery, and probably some black. And I haven't decided exactly, but I'm going to use a lot of black cardstock for my tabs and things like that. So,
oh, I like that idea.
Yeah. And I haven't, the rose gold I thought would go with the black cardstock. So that's my plan. So, we need to make Mary's brother a crafter, Patricia says.
There you go.
Yes. Mary says he's stubborn. Oh dear. Oh, Lisa, those are pretty colors.
Yeah, this is the pink metallic and the gold. And I'm just mixing them kind of together.
Okay.
And the paint job doesn't have to be all that amazing because you're going to be covering most of this stuff up with pictures and stuff.
That's right. Now, I didn't gesso the inside of these pocket pieces, and I probably will do that in a little while, but I want to get started on some of my other paintings, so I'm going to do some of that first.
Yeah.
So those are really pretty colors, though. What's Mary doing over here? Oh, it looks like her tubes decided to get stuck together. Is that right, Mary?
Oh, goodness. I was afraid of that happening to mine.
She left the gesso stressed.
Well, this stressed is good.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yep. Step 1 is painting the backgrounds, Becky.
Yeah. If you've already gessoed it, then the next step is to paint. So.
And what we thought was we'd we'd paint until some of the first ones get dry, and then we would go on. At least that's our thought on the whole thing, because that way we can kind of show you what the next part is. Ooh, this is really light. That's interesting. I like the color, but hello, Deborah. I stuck a little.
I wanted to put copper on it, but I couldn't find my copper paint. I don't know if I ran out. I mean, I've got some that's like this same brand that I got at the thrift store.
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't find it, so I'm having to do gold instead. So gold's good. It's just not as good as copper.
Well, I thought the copper would be good too, but it's a little dark to go with the black.
Yeah.
Was why I chose this rose gold instead.
Well, I may use my Inca Gold copper to put some highlights or something on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that Lori Marie ran hers through an embosser after she got her pictures on there.
Okay, Sherry mentioned the embosser today to me when she was asking me some questions.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember that part, so duh. Okay, so are you planning on doing that?
I don't know. I don't know if I want my images all wrinkled up by the embosser.
Yeah, and it might be fun to do on some of the tags, but not on everything.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way. And, just because she inspired us doesn't mean we have to, well, we're already obviously not doing just what she did.
Right, right. Well, that's the whole point.
Right.
My rose gold takes 3 coats. Oh, this one looks pretty decent, Laura. I'm not sure. We'll find out. If it doesn't, then I've got some heavier bodied paint that I'll use. The one nice thing is these are tubes, so you can stand them up.
Yeah,
dry their little behindies.
Well, right now I'm just making a mess. I'm not even caring what mix of colors I'm putting on the pages. I'm just, because I can go back and add some more of something if I want to.
Well, that's, yeah. And I hope this one doesn't, Laura, because if it does, then I'm going to be way behind tonight.
Hi, River City. Hi, Penny. Trying to see who else came in that we missed. Laura. Hi, Laura.
Oh, hi, Beverly.
Hi, Skylar.
Hills Crafting.
We're glad y'all are all here.
Sherry asked me why I cut some. Just a second, and I'll show you. Some of them got in late, Lisa. So,
okay, that's fine.
Since it's on you, do you want to show why you cut some?
Do I want to show what?
Your doors. Why you cut some of the page thingies.
Yeah. I cut some to make so that I could make doors to open like this. And I'm going to put some buttons and run some twine around to hold them shut. And then I cut this one so I can make a book. I'm going to put this inside it and make a book. And then Tanya cut
Yeah.
because she wants to make pockets.
Oh, you've got it? Okay.
Yeah, I did it too. I just copied you.
Okay, that sounds
make
good.
pockets to go on the outside.
That way you
That's
can
why
show
some
them.
of them are cut.
But that's why we cut some of them. And then also, Sherry, we're going to cut some of them to make into tags.
Yes, that's true. And those you have to cut a little bit off of each side because they have to be small enough to go inside.
And Mary, I think, is using that gold. She's using a yellow color. Okay. I thought she was going to use her gold. The inky stuff that she uses, the printmaking gold that she uses a lot. Okay, she's telling us. Oh, she changed her mind. That's what we do. We change our minds.
We're allowed.
Yeah. By the way, guys, the chat is scrolling by really fast. So if you have a question first, make sure that you to tag us so that we can see it.
Yeah, do the at whatever the name you're talking to.
Oh no. I'm not going to read that out loud. Lisa, Mary, you'll have to read Beverly Hills Crafting's comments. And thank you, Janet. I would appreciate a thumbs up. That's great. Yes, yellow is very springy. That will be. I keep picking up junk on my paintbrush. I think it's cosmetic sponge that I used to ink some stuff with. And it's turned into little pieces.
I get all the fingerprints.
Thank you, Deborah. Mary can't have her sound on because it's against the copyright rules for the television to be going in there. So she can hear us, but she can't have her mic on
until after 9 o'clock.
Yep. And the way my weekend went, 9 o'clock, I may be falling over. So
every time I try to hold this in place to paint it, I get fingerprints on my on my stuff more than on normal things.
I've been what I've been doing is putting my fingers inside of it like so.
Yeah, and that works pretty good unless it's a tag, which is what I'm doing right now. Or the doors, or
yeah. Well, and of course I stuck my fingers in the end that I need to paint inside.
Uh-oh.
Because I did paint a little bit inside these ends so that when the tag pushes it open, that you don't see the cardboard.
I like this one brush painting where you just paint off the last of the last color and then add in the next color.
That's right. Lisa's are prettier colors than mine. Mary fell back to sleep this morning. Oh, she did. What's going on over Mary's? Oh, she's reading chat or chatting. I see. Yes, Zoe. I believe that's what he's watching is the wrestling. He watches wrestling on Mondays and Tuesday. Jerry has a question for me. Let me see. Jerry, we figure we need about 10 pages. If you get it too many more than 10 pages, then it's going to be so thick that you can't work with it. But I have some pockets. Let me go back over here to me. I have some pocket pieces that I'm painting, so I'll need to paint those. And I have, and Lisa has some doors that she's painting, but she's using those as pages. Lisa, can you show your little doors?
Yeah. And it's cut in the middle like this. So it'll open up like that. I've only done the outside so far. And then I'm also doing a little booklet where I'll put papers inside. I've only done the outside of that one too.
And I may make my little booklet small enough to be used like a tag. So we're just painting away, Jerry, in answer to your question, 10 or so. And partly we're painting extras so that the first ones can get dry and we can go on with that step. And
we're painting, we've made some into tags.
Yeah.
You can make your tags out of something else if you want to, but we're making our tags out of the toilet paper rolls too. So you got extras for that.
Right. Maybe I better show them how to cut down for a tag. Just one second, guys. And as soon as I get this one painted, I'll kind of show you how I'm going to cut down for a tag, because I'm going to have to gesso mine. I didn't think about taking them apart and gessoing the back side. So as soon as I get this one painted, I will show you how you cut it down for a tag. Except that I missed a spot, of course, you know.
I tell you, even with the gesso on it, this is really hard to cover.
Yeah, it is. It sucks up the paint really well. That's fine, Jerry. Let me see. I need to put it back over here. Once you have your toilet paper tubes flattened, to make a tag, you're just going to take and cut down the flattened area just so that it cuts off. The thing of it is that you have to think about is the fact that if these toilet paper tubes are all the same size, you have to cut off a little bit. So even though I'm cutting off about 1/8 of an inch on each side of this, and I will probably have to go back and straighten it up with the cutter. It may not go into my tube. Come on now, open up. Very well. And see, it's still a little tight. So if I straighten it up on the cutter, then it will go down in there. And I didn't worry about cutting my tags, and I'm not going to worry about it right now, but what I'm going to do is just straighten both of these edges up so that the tags will slide inside the tube. The other thing is with this piece, my tags still have to be kind of smaller, because if I put them in like so, or if I put something different in that spot, then the tag is sticking up all around. So it'll have to be a little smaller. I may make another little piece and actually make a little book like Lisa's talking about doing, and have a little book that sits in there. And if it sticks up this way on this side, I'll be okay with that, because I'm going to bind mine to go this way. Lisa's making hers where it goes like this. The images are going to go up vertical, and mine images are going to go horizontal. And Mary, which direction are your images going? Do you know yet?
She's busy gluing something
I know.
or drying. She's drying.
Drawing something. She may be typing now. I'm not sure. Nancy Bondo, is that what the gesso is?
Oh, I found Becky's Bondo spreaders at Walmart for $1.94 for 3.
Okay. What did Becky use the Bondo spreaders for? To spread glue or something?
She spreads paint with them.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a kind of like the credit card thing.
Yeah, it's just bigger, so it spreads
Faster,
faster,
yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, I haven't used them yet, but I found them, and so I went ahead and got some.
Mary said she had to turn the volume up. All she could hear was the wrestling. Oh, Nancy said she was talking to Aunt Beck about the spreaders.
Yeah.
Well, the chat's going by fast enough that I wasn't sure if I missed something. That, and I'm not paying good enough attention to it. That's the problem. Oh,
Yeah,
Mary
Holly
says-
said you patch cars with Bondo, but you can use the spreaders for anything.
oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Jerry. They're telling you, right? Bondo's like plastic stuff you put into a dent. Although they don't do that so much. Oh, I knocked them all over. Come on. They don't do that so much anymore because the cars are all plastic, so they just heat them up and pop them back out. My tubes just fell over like dominoes.
Oh no.
I had them all stood up. Can you show me Lisa? Yes, Jerry, I can. Now then, Lisa, Jerry may have a question.
Okay. What you need, Jerry?
She asked me to show you, so I don't know if she's got a question or she just wanted to see what you were doing. Yeah, Holly. Yeah, that's about the color that Mary's painting. I agree.
Sure is, George.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you
Oh.
want to see the Bondo spreader? Okay, just a second. Let me find them. I'm not sure where I put them. Oh,
And Jerry, there's an O at the end of that word. It's a Bondo with an O.
This is what it looks like. Still in the package. It's by 3M Bondo spreaders. And there's one that's 2.75 inches by 4 inches, one that's 3 inches by 5.25 inches, and one that's 3.5 inches by 6.25 inches. So that's Bondo spreaders.
And if you've got a Harbor Freight near you, I'll bet you they have them too. It'll be in the body paint stuff.
Yeah.
You just don't want to go to the auto parts store to get them because they'll be pricey. Fronts painted. Yes. You want to paint the front? Let me, Brittany, I'm painting the front and back and then standing them up like that to let them dry. So if you can paint, oh, spell checker, yes, Jerry. If you can paint the fronts and then the backs, that would be good. And Mary's using her heat tool to dry, so that way she's getting them drier. And Nancy said she got hers at Walmart too, Lisa.
Well, they were pretty easy to find. I just went to the car department and my son thought I was nuts when I told him I was looking for some Bondo spreaders. He was like, "What are you going to do to your car?" Like, nothing. Actually, he asked that and I didn't say anything. I just looked at him and he said, "Oh, art."
Yeah. Oh, art. Uh-huh. My son gave up on me a long time ago as far as figuring out what I was doing.
Oh. You can go back to somebody else now.
Mm-hmm. Somebody, Mark, I think.
I just dominoed mine too.
This is a different Mark. Welcome. He's asking you if you're using paint. And yes, she's using a metallic paint, Mark.
Yeah, I'm using, I'll show you what I'm using. I'm using these, they're Daler Rowney paints that I found at the thrift store. Metallic green, pale gold, metallic red, and then a phthalo blue and a pink blush. And I had a copper that I got when I got those, but I can't find it. I used it and then it didn't get back with the rest of them, so. And I'm just slopping it on, mixing whatever looks good to me. At least for the first coat. I may, go back and do something more. I don't know, but right now I'm just kind of getting paint on there.
Just getting a coat down so that you can go on to the next kind of bit of a step.
Yeah.
And
because most of it's going to be covered up anyway.
Yeah, a lot of it's the images are going to be over. Mary's using a yellow. I think it was Deco Art paint. She'll show you here in a second when she realizes we're talking about her. Yep, see there? I know it's a apple paint, apple bottle, something that barrel, apple barrel. Blah. Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna have to get out some more paint here in a minute. I thought I got plenty.
Lisa, Mark just said thumbs up to you too. If you have not seen the chat. Yeah, Penny. I just kind of thought the metallic would be fun with this project. I didn't use any the last time. I used a lot of black, so.
Yeah, I just love metallics, period. So when I get a chance to use them, I do.
Lisa, are you getting any of your tags painted?
I'm just now painting. I've got one. I've just did the second side of the first one.
Okay.
And that's all I've got painted right now is one. I was wanting to paint one of everything before I went on to more of anything else.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I need to paint some of these other things. I need to put some gesso on them at least.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and do a couple more tags and then I'll do some more of the regular ones. But I've got both my doors and my book painted, and then I've got the pocket one that slides over the regular one for your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have to get some more paint.
I've got to figure out how to make this gesso stand upside down. Do we have a plan?
Of course, we have a plan.
I think, Mary, she's talking to you. Let me see if I can. Mary, Jerry asked you a question. Says, what made you choose that color? And then do you have a plan? Mark, if you want Lisa to see ketchup bottle, Tanya. Oh, ketchup bottle. Oh, yes, Jerry. Uh-huh.
I can do that, Mark. I'll do that on a tag. I'll put the blue and red together.
And Mark, if you want Lisa to see something, if you use the @ symbol and then type Lisa and tag her, it will be easier for her to see that you have done a
if I look at the chat at the right time.
Yes. And if we don't answer a question, guys, make sure you ask it again because that chat is moving very quickly.
That's smart, Mary. She didn't want to use expensive paint for a base coat. That's a good idea.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, my lid on this red is broken.
What?
The little part that screws on is coming loose from the top of the cap.
Oh.
That may be one I have to put plastic wrap on.
I was going to say, sounds like plastic wrap. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I have things on my table. That gesso bottle is so big, guys, that it's just like, what a pain to make it stand upside down, but the other thing is, Jerry, I would have to use some ketchup. You know, you have to use ketchup to have a ketchup bottle. And about the only time I use ketchup is when I make meatloaf. Guys, what color are you painting yours? Those of you playing along. And how many of you are playing along tonight?
I don't know if this is what you wanted, Mark, but I'm mixing those colors, the red and the blue.
Deborah's playing and Beth is playing. Marianne is playing. Patricia is playing. Sharon's playing. Eva's getting ideas, and that's a good thing.
One thing about this red metallic, it's really more pink.
Mina's playing. Oh, it's more pink. Mina's playing, and Brittany's already got a theme going. She's doing beach colors. My poor kid over the weekend was dying of heat. He's so used to it being so cold that he was like, it was just so too hot for him. course, it got up to 83 here on Sunday. So that's a lot different from 13. Lynn just got home, so she's going to lurk.
We're glad you came to lurk. Hi, Brenda. We're glad you're here. I don't know if you've been hanging out and I just missed you till right now, but I'm glad you're here.
Foxy's Creations. Oh, it's Brenda. Okay. Yes, hello. Beverly Hills Crafting is going to have a toilet paper roll raid in her neighborhood.
Tell them you're on a treasure hunt.
And Penny's in bed, but then that's because it's so late where she's at. So.
Well, you got to be dedicated to watch people in bed. So thank you.
Oh, I watch people in bed every night.
Oh, I don't. When I go to bed, I've got to have the lights off and it's got to be quiet and dark, and it still takes me forever to go to sleep. If I had watched people in bed, I would never get to sleep.
Well, that's the thing. I watch videos and they kind of make me go to sleep.
Oh, well, that would be nice. That doesn't ever work for me. I can't read and get sleepy and go to sleep.
Oh no, reading, I would just wake up.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does to me. Okay. I guess I'm just going to keep going for a little while.
What?
I said, I've got some of everything done, but I'm just going to keep going until we're ready to.
I was going to say, how are your first ones getting dry?
No, because I had to go back and do the backs of them. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's why I did both sides and made them stand up on a bunch of them.
Yeah, well, I've got them standing up, but I was doing the book and the doors, and it was hard to do those both sides at once.
Well, and I just got way too much gesso. And I think I want to make a little notebook.
Good night, Jerry. Oh,
Night.
you're going to watch in bed, though. Okay, I was going to say. I thought she was going to sleep. And that would be fine. You got to do what you got to do to try and get some sleep. It doesn't seem no matter what time I go to bed, I have to lay there forever. So.
Oh yeah, a couple hours.
Yeah.
That's why I might as well watch videos.
Yeah. Well, if I go early though, I have to lay there even longer. So.
Oh.
But if I go at at like 9 at midnight, I'm still laying there. If I go at 11 at midnight, I'm still laying there. So.
Yep.
I usually stay up pretty late. I didn't before we started eating keto. I went to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock because I was just so miserable. But now I stay up late and I'm like, oh, I need to go to bed. I need some sleep. I really do.
Well, my big thing is I go to bed and then I don't go to sleep near as fast as Jeffrey does, but yet I get up early and he sleeps in.
Oh, well, we're just the opposite. I mean, my husband definitely goes to sleep faster than I do, but he's the one who has to get up early. So,
well, Jeffrey always did.
He goes to sleep early.
Jeffrey always did until he retired, but
yeah,
we have that retirement thing going for us now.
Ah, well, my honey's got a ways to go before he can retire. He's just 45, so 46. He's just a young thing.
Oh, these babies.
Yeah. I'll retire 9 years before he does.
I get to retire next year.
I got a ways to go, but not as long as he has to go. Tanya, are you going to stamp or stencil? Becky's asking.
Who's asking?
Becky.
Becky. I haven't decided. I'm not sure yet. the images I want to use, I probably am going to do some of both things. I'd like to do kind of little collagey things to it, kind of like my last little book, but I might do some pen work instead of either, Becky. I had thought about doodling on it. Is really more what I was thinking about doing.
And
Oh,
I decided to wait till I get my images, till I'm putting my images on there to decide.
I made a big old mess.
Because I don't know what it's going to look like, but, you know.
Yeah, I have paint all over my hands. And I haven't looked up to see chat in 5 minutes. If it hadn't been for Lisa, I wouldn't have seen it.
Mary says, doodling, Tanya. Very cool.
Yeah.
Patricia said she's loving the idea of doodling.
Yeah.
Becky said she hasn't watched any of the other videos, so she didn't know what all kind of options were out there.
Oh, it's kind of like whatever you want to do,
Yeah,
Becky.
there are
but
people using scrapbook paper and.
Yeah. And a lot of the people do use scrapbook paper instead of any kind of paint.
Yeah.
So
they just ink around the edges and put scrapbook paper on.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a perfectly viable option. But I like to get messy and paint.
Well, me too. Except that now my hand is dry, like icky. I hate gesso. What was kept a secret till now? Let's see. Let's see. He sure is, Lisa. Jerry said that yours is really a baby, Lisa, that she thought she robbed the cradle. So.
Well, he's 9 years younger than me. How much younger is yours?
My sister's husband's 10 years younger than her, and she didn't have her child till she was 40. Yeah, 40.
Yeah. Well, I was 30. Well, I turned 36 right after my son was born and turned 39 right after my daughter was born.
But 39 for a second one is one thing, Lisa. 39 for a first one is different.
Yeah. Well, it was hard enough being the second one. I decided the second one was the last one because of it, so.
Well, both my sisters. Now, my one sister had to have help to have hers, but both my sisters were over 40 when they had their children. So, okay.
That's what my grandmother said, Beverly. That's exactly what my grandmother
said. A little
said.
altered book project. Mark, yeah. We kind of have a plan for next month, which we haven't got nailed down yet. But we can do a little altered book of some sort. There's we got to finish this one first.
Yeah, one project a month.
Lynn, possibly. Anytime you have any kind of cardboard like this that is so porous, it's going to make it where you need to have layers of paint or layers of gesso. That's just kind of life in the world of cardboard. But a fixative wood, the thing about that would be, would your paint stick to it on top of it? And I would think so. So I think that would be a viable option. Well, hello, Mike, the other Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Lisa, you might want to look at Beverly Hills crafting comment.
Yeah, you marry them young so you can train them. I told her that's exactly what my grandmother said. She approved, fully approved. Her husband was 2 years younger in a time when you didn't do that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, mine just had to get used to me. That's all. But we were kind of grown up by the time we got married. Let's see. I was 29 and Steph was 31. Is that right? Something like that. We'd both been to college and had jobs and that kind of stuff. Oh.
yeah, my husband tells my daughter she can date when she's 32 because that's when we started dating, when I was 32.
When she was 32. Uh-huh.
And she said, well, Dad, you were 23 when y'all started dating. Maybe I should date when I'm 23.
Uh-huh.
She said, I'm more like you than Mom anyway.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
Anyway, she was just trying to get his goat because she's not really worried about dating at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly happy with that. I figure wait till you can do something about it if you fall in love rather than all the angst of teenage stuff.
Laura's behind, so she's not doing this one. Laura, if you could see the projects that are piled up on this table, you would never believe it. I finally finished my January challenge that I put out there last week. Okay, it was March.
But you finished. That's what counts. I thought I was going to do that challenge, and I never did. And at this point,
are we asking who's on the panel? Oh, sorry, Mike. Thank you, Jenna and Eva, for telling him. Well, Lisa, you can still do it.
That's true.
And anybody who joined us late, Mary is quiet tonight because her brother is watching television. It's one of the couple of nights a week that he watches television, and we can't have the television come on. So she's silent until he turns the TV off, and then she'll come on and talk to us. But in the meantime, she does little hand gestures and things like that.
You can take the camera off me. It's been on me a long time, hasn't it?
No, I was on me for a while.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Just when I've looked up there, it was on me, and I'm like, well, put it on somebody else.
Laura says hers is 12 years older. She didn't want to trade another one. Laura hasn't found a 10. Oh, I had more 10s than I really wanted to do several, but I didn't get to them. So that's just the way it is. I figure if I don't get to them, I don't get to them. So if you're only going to use one color of paint, you might want to make sure you got a whole one.
Yeah,
I'm going through a fair amount. Yes, Zoe. The tags are a little wimpy. I don't know. I may have to build them up with some images. That's for sure.
Yeah, my tags, I had 2 different kinds of toilet paper rolls.
Uh-huh.
And one of them I didn't have as many of, and they were thicker, and they didn't fold as nicely. So those are the ones I made my tags out of.
Yeah, well, mine were pretty much all the same. That's what happens when you buy huge containers of toilet paper.
Yeah.
I hate going to the store after toilet paper. It's against my better judgment to have to go to the store just to get toilet paper.
Well, I would rather do that than not have any, but
Tricia says we have 53 people watching us.
wow, that's pretty
I hope
cool.
everybody's having fun. Anybody who we haven't said hello to, hello. We're sorry we missed you. It's just hard to see everybody in this chat.
And we're painting.
And Janet said, please remember to give us a thumbs up, and we really do appreciate that. And by the way, in case anybody leaves early, we want to let you know that we will be on Lisa's channel Tuesday the 26th at 7 Central, because we don't think we're going to get done tonight. So we'll be finishing up the books next week. Oh, okay. That's a little much, Zoe. That's a lot.
Especially at your age.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, Laura, and the other thing is I still have to work, so that's been, but things have been kind of crazy around here. Silly old Jeff falling off the ladder and making me have to take him to the doctor 500 million times, and my son.
Sure, you did it just to annoy you, right?
Yeah, he did it on purpose. I know he did it on purpose. Yep.
He wasn't feeling like that you were paying enough attention to him. I bet that's it.
That's right. I was making him do a chore, like do the gutters. Uh-huh. Yeah, right. I think he was just rushing. They were trying to finish.
Well, even when you're trying to be careful, it's
Yeah.
easy for that kind of thing to happen.
Yes, it is. For a long time, I wouldn't let him get on the ladder unless I was standing right there, but his vertigo had gotten totally gone, and so, but that was just a boo-boo. He just reached too far. So. This rose gold is a pretty color. It's not quite copper.
Show us. Can you move it to you so we can see?
I just did.
Okay.
It'll take a second before it pops over.
It looks kind of coppery from here.
Yeah, it's kind of a copper color. It's an interesting color. Don't say blue hair. Mary has a paintbrush in hand. Yeah, Mary's gone to wash her hands. Like, my hands are a mess. This is a real exciting video. Have you noticed that, Lisa? Here we are painting stuff. How's everybody else doing with their painting? Do we need to hurry up?
You want us to move on to something else instead of just painting? Because we could paint for a while. We've got a lot to paint.
Yeah, I was trying to get a couple of everything painted here. Adidol is here.
Hi, Adidol.
It's $80, I think. Donna's leaving. Good night.
Good night, Donna.
Mary Ann said no. I think that means no to painting, to stop, to moving on.
Okay. Well, we got lots to paint. We can just keep on painting for a little while. Oh, I got something to glue here.
Uh-oh. What do you got to glue?
This paper roll is coming apart.
Oh, yep. It will do that.
When I was gessoing, I had some like that, and I just stuck gesso under there, but
Yeah, that would work.
I missed this one.
That gesso was a little wet, and I put copper paint in it, but it's going to be on the inside of my tag, so it's not a big deal. Or my pocket, not the tag.
My glue is just kind of coming out, foaming at the mouth, or I don't know what you call it. Like coming out of a volcano. It just won't stop. I have never had that happen before. Let me open it and see if I can lessen the pressure.
Oh, Mark, you're doing the exploding. Mark is doing one of the village books.
Oh, cool.
The expanding village. You'll have to show it when you get it done.
Yeah. That's another thing on my list of things to do.
Well, that one's one of those things that you have to do a little at a time anyways.
Yeah.
Because you've got to let different parts dry. If you don't, it's really hard to work with it. Okay, now stand up. I know why Mary had to go dry her hands or wash her hands, because this is a mess. I'm going to be gold.
I've even got layers that are peeling up off of my hand.
Well, I used what do you call that? A baby wipe a few minutes ago, and it just made it worse.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done that yet.
Gems on the book, Mark? No, I don't think I will. I'm not a gem person. I will probably put probably some of my flower type doodles, and then the images over those. I'm going to use a lot of black just because I do. The one thing that I really liked about some of the books and about the scrapbook that we did was that it had that fun tink 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 noise when you tapped the pages.
Oh, Beverly made her gesso with the antique white paint, so she's not going to have to paint.
Oh, okay.
She's going to have a vintage
theme.
A much calmer book than us, that's for sure, or at least than me, because mine's a whacked out paint here. Just everything all mixed up. It's going to be very colorful.
Okay, Mary said something about note the matching yellow squirt can. Oh, Mary's got a matching yellow squirt can. She needed a drink, I guess.
Oh. Well,
so Mary, you should put squirt art in your book. Yeah, Jerry, we thought about that, but neither one of us wanted to get out our jelly plates. That was the big decision maker.
Yeah, because it was get it out, then put it up, then.
Now I did clear off my table enough I can put mine on the table finally.
I didn't.
I have had such a mess I couldn't have put it out here.
I can have the jelly plate or I can have other things. I cannot have,
Both.
I have like a 2 by 3 foot place to work. So.
Okay, Mark wants to see Lisa's paintbrush. Just a minute. Mark wants to see your paintbrush.
Okay. This is a plaid 1-stroke Donna Dewberry 12 flat, whatever that is, made in Korea. It's just a cheap paintbrush. Nothing special. And I'm just using it for everything. So
I have 2 paintbrushes. I use one for paint and one for Mod Podge.
I have a bunch of brushes, but I tend to use the same ones all the time.
Well, I do too, but they just stay in a can over the other side of the table.
Yeah.
Now, I did get out some smaller brushes when I was trying to paint faces for Mary's Faces Challenge, because these giant brushes were not working very well for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good old Walmart special. That's probably what this is. Well, who knows where I got it? Either those cheap 25 packs, or I have a few brushes that are for watercolor that are nicer, but for acrylic paint, I just buy whatever. It's cheap.
Well, I guess that's nice, Zoe. Patricia's using her fingers.
That works.
Patricia, it's one of those things, for some unknown reason, I do not like paint on my hands. You would think it wouldn't bother me, but it just does bother me.
There's no rhyme or reason to this paint.
Mary cutting something. Yes, she's making her door like Lisa made a door. I haven't made one of those yet, but I think I will be, because I think that's a cute idea. Mary's going to write in there. I don't know. She's going to paint in there. Okay. She's got to paint inside. Yep. Yeah, Lisa, I'm not going to like these tags at all if they don't get a lot stiffer. So I may have to put something on them to give them some body, because otherwise I'm going to have to cut them out of something else. So obviously my toilet paper rolls are not very dense.
Yeah. Well, the ones I'm using for my other stuff are not quite as dense as these, but these are as dense as a lot of tags that I've worked with. When they're wet, though, they're not, they're a lot softer. Once they dry, they feel better.
Okay, Mark must have asked a question. Let's see. Oh, I think he's just looking at our channels, Jerry, and hoping we'll do something. We did that. He was asking to do a little altered book again of some sort.
Yeah, Jerry's got some altered book pages on her channel.
And there's a couple on mine. My book is there. Laura's talking about not getting things done. I started it 6 months ago, and it's still got, 2 projects done in it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I've done some of Jerry's in my book, and then I've got a book that I was just doing pockets in. And I've got some pockets in it, and then I've got the book that I'm painting in, the painty paper book. And I've got some pages in it. So I've got a little few pages in a bunch of books, but I don't have a book done that's a altered book. That's one reason I'm loving these projects, because I'm actually getting stuff done. I'm finishing them.
Well, because we hang out together and we do it.
Yeah.
That's part of it, you know, and then you're kind of accountable, because if we don't finish, then everybody who's watching us is not getting finished. What is Mary painting now? Wait a minute. I missed something.
Oh, move it over there so we can see.
She's painting the inside of her doors blue, I think. Yep. Metallic blue.
Metallic's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing about the snapping on paint approach is it's pretty fast.
Beth, I've got so many windows open for me to find the painty book would be hard. Can Janet, are you still here, Janet? Could you link my scrappy book, the scrappy book project? And Mark, the scrappy book project was a 3-parter. We did it on my channel, Lisa's channel, and Jerry's channel in January. So the links to the other videos are in my description. And Janet is going to link it for you. Thank you, my dear. Laura says her paint wipe off book is full. Mine is just my scrap bin is full too. And I need to work on my glue book so I can do something with that.
I have multiple scrap bins I need to do something with.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to do one of these on that.
Oh, that would be good. Yes, Janet's fast. I agree, Eva. And yes, Beth, that book was fun, and I think everybody had fun with it. I want to do another one. I just haven't gotten to it.
We're enjoying them too, Nancy. They're a lot of fun. I'm having a blast. It's like I finally get to go over and play with my friends.
Yeah. We have somebody to talk to while we're making a mess.
Yeah.
Of course, I make beads all day, all morning, and it's like nobody can talk to me because I can't talk and do anything else when I'm doing that. That's a job for quiet and no interruptions. Otherwise, I burn my hair.
Well, we don't want that.
It won't be the first time, I will tell you that for sure. and you can't do that job when you're tired. I can guarantee on that one too.
That's a great idea, Brittany. Brittany's doing 100 things challenge where she has to make 100 things with the stuff her stash before she can buy anything new.
Yeah, I would like to do that. I've been pretty good. Becky did a what was it? A don't buy anything challenge?
Use it up challenge, or yeah, something like that. Yeah. I can't remember what it was called. Use what you got, or
yeah. And I made it for the whole first month, and then the next month, I was just so bad. All I bought that first month was paint that I had actually used up and had to have more. You know, you cannot work without paint, so I had to have paint. So.
Yeah, a month at a time is actually pretty easy to do. More than that's hard. But having a certain number of things you have to make, that's a good idea because it gives you a definite goal.
Yeah. I don't know about that, Zoe. Laura, yeah, I'm doing the 100 Days project too, but I had a different thing I was going to do. Didn't want to do 100, wasn't going to do 100, make 100 things, but that would have been a good idea. I did the 100 Days project last year and it was fun.
Christy's using copper, purple, and turquoise for her colors.
Who is?
Christy.
Christy? Ooh.
Sounds good to me. I'm probably going to be jealous of her book because she got to use copper and I didn't.
Tie it together with copper wire, Lisa.
There you go. Well, I'm probably going to do the edges with my copper Inca gold.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
I'll get some copper on there somehow.
Beverly says we got to walk the world soon, Lisa.
Yes, Beverly. I know. We will. I got to get this mermaid journal done first.
Oh, is it still not done?
No, it's I'm enjoying it, but it's hard to it's like I'm not making a journal, I'm filling up one. So I'm doing all the pages. So it's taking a while. I'm having a blast. But it's not fast. I'm not a fast art journaler.
Thank you, Mark. We liked them. Mary's doing this one with us this month, and we'll see who's going to play next month. We thought that Hangouts would be a lot of fun. I'd like to do more, but dang, it's hard to get enough time to do all the things I want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got my hands clean. Look.
Yay for you. I haven't even tried yet. But if you look at on my hand, I literally am peeling up paint.
Yeah, that's what mine was doing, and I had to get it off because it was starting to
get in the way.
into things.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get everything painted. I've got the back of one tag, and then I've got one full tag and one of the round ones left to do, and then I'm finished with the painting, at least for the first coat, and I'm trying to get that done before I bother cleaning my hands.
Well, and Becky is stamped and stenciled.
Wow. She's a speedy one. I'm still trying to get paint on here. I thought I was going pretty quick.
I'm red-handed. Is that color off tonight, guys? It sure is. Let me see if I can fix that. I'm gonna leave it there and see if I can fix it.
That's probably why your gold looks so copper, or whatever it was looks so coppery.
Yeah. Oh boy, is that bad.
Are you getting a tan while we're working?
Well, the bright thing was the wrong direction. Okay, guys, is that better?
Yes. That's better.
Yeah, much better. Gloria's a half-fast crafter. Thanks, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I had it fixed, but things were confusing. I had trouble with Mary's camera tonight. Okay. Let's see where Mary's at.
Looks like she's still painting yellow.
She changed her mind. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, she's got another note. What? I'm using a gold, Eva. I'll show you in a few minutes. Mary's writing a note. Wax paper and gesso. The gesso on. She's gonna wax. Oh, she needed wax paper to gesso on. Oh.
Excuse me.
Ah. So the wax paper. So her paint is not sticking to the wax paper, guys. So that's why she's using the wax paper. I think is what she's talking about.
She doesn't have to try to make everything stand up.
Uh-huh. Oh, she's going to write another note. So maybe I didn't get it right. Okay, if I'm correct, what she did was she painted gesso on the wax paper. Is that right, Mary? Okay, so that's what she did. She painted gesso on the wax paper, and then she laid the yellow painted tubes into the gesso and is picking up some of the gesso on her yellow painted tubes.
Very
so that she's getting a, oh, that's really cool, Mary. Oh, and it gives it texture. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Cool, cool, cool. And Patricia said that I looked like I needed sun. Let me look at myself, but I'll bet you that's exactly up. That's actually the color of my skin. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah, it makes me want to get some out and do it on top of what I've got here.
Well, I don't want the white, but I have an idea. So, I'm leaving it on Mary, guys, for a minute until you can watch her. Beverly. Oh, Lisa, you're okay. Mary, I'm going to take it over here. I want to show you. Lisa, what are you doing? You're still painting?
Uh-huh. I'm just
Okay.
now finishing. I've got, oh no, I got the back of one more to do. And then I'll be finished.
Zoe, you need to talk to your mom. Okay. Oh my, look at what Becky's done.
Black gesso, then copper, fuchsia purple paint, stamped background, script with black ink, and stenciled metallic turquoise. Wow. I
Okay,
can't wait to see that.
Beverly. I did what Mary did, only I'm using black paint on my wax paper. Oh, I just love that. Got a little much in that one spot. That's really cool. Now, it doesn't need a lot. Oh, I missed the inside on that one. But look at how cool that is. Mary, that is just really cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so loud, guys. Yes, Becky, post a photo and that way we can see what it looks like. Oh, I'm reverberating. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'll do a couple more of these and then I'm going to go do something else. It's amazing how much time it takes to paint these.
I know. I had forgotten that I hadn't painted inside the one that was going to be the pockets.
Oh,
the outside of the other one. So
yeah,
I'm
you
doing
got to
that
do
now.
that.
And that's it. I'm painted. And they're going to be painted the way they're painted. I'm not going to go back and do any extra layers, but I may end up doing some some stamping or something on them.
Yeah, well, I was going to doodle, but this is so cute.
Yeah, that is really cute. I'm liking it.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it would be as impressive on mine because I have so many colors. But on top of that one color, it really stands up well.
Yeah. Okay, Beth wants to see some of the samples of my images, so I will show you that in just 1 second. Beth, let me throw this mess.
Mary says, be right back.
Yeah. I went to her and it said that, so I figured I didn't want to stay on her.
Yeah.
Give me a second, Beth. I got to clean up my hands. Biggest thing is I want to give you an idea of how I'm going to do the hinge part.
Yeah. So are you making hinges for yours?
Sort of. I'm going to do an extension on the tube.
Right. Well, that's what I'm going to do. But
yeah, it's really more of an extension on the tube than to call it I guess it's not really a hinge. It's an extension. Okay, Becky showed off hers, so we can look at it in a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Mark, how fun. Let's see, where are my images? Okay. Okay. So when it comes to images, I always look at images. I through the little.
Are you on there? It looks to me like I'm on there. You need to.
You're right. Thank you. I didn't switch. There we go. I need a piece of paper. Oh, there's never a piece of paper when I want one. Just 1 second, guys. I gotta find a piece of paper. Of course, there's one. I just can't reach. One of the things you can do, and this is an old photographer's trick for looking at an image to decide how you want to crop something, is to decide about how big you want your image to be, and then make a covered up spot for it. So I can lay this over anything else, and I use big images. I don't try to find tiny images. I find, sorry guys, that's part of my collage stuff. Oh, wrong file folder, sorry. I guess I didn't put them in. That's for just color. Color. Okay. You see, this is a big image, but the part I will use will probably just be a little tiny piece of this image. So I have that one. I have no idea why I picked that one. Oh, it's the other side of it. Let's turn them back over.
Hey, Becky just got an offer on her property. They're above their asking price. And Jerry just sold her house this morning.
Oh, Becky, so goodness. Yes, Jerry told me that they actually are going to close on it.
I'm so happy for both of you. That's exciting.
Yes, Becky, I know that'll just be so good. Okay, so this little, let me see if I can bring in some more too. There we go. Sorry guys, but when I change something, it means I have to change 3 things. Okay, and Becky's going to show her pieces. Just a minute. Thanks, Mary. Come down a little bit, Mary. Your picture's a little too high. Ooh, look at those colors, Lisa.
I can't see.
Okay, it'll be there in just a minute.
Okay.
Becky, those are beautiful.
Ooh, those are pretty. Wow, lovely.
That's gorgeous, Becky. Anyway, so I'm putting it back on me. Duh. I just take and I find little pieces of things that make me happy, and that's the images I'm going to use. For some reason, I like this little ladder with this boat. I like this little house back here. These 2 people walking. So I'm just going to use mixed images. Somebody asked about a theme. If Lisa, is yours going to have a theme?
Sort of.
Okay.
I've got all vintagey images. Some of them are of ladies, and some are of flowers, and some are of birds.
Okay. And Mary, is yours going to have a theme?
Do a mixture.
Yours is going to have a theme, Mary, or not? Yes. Can you write and tell us what it is or show us? Okay, she says wait till she can talk. Hello, Spanky. Tanya and Jerry. Thanks. And Jerry toothache's worse. Okay. Yeah, Becky, the tags are we cut the paper towel tubes in half to make the tags. That's what we did. So, oh, Holly says history. Lisa is stamping on her tubes. Yeah, now that I did that little black stuff, I'm not sure I want to doodle, so I may have to do it something a little different. I'll have to see. Yes, Gloria, we cut the tags. Lisa, show your tags, please. Or one of them.
These are the tags. They're cut out of toilet paper rolls. I just cut it in half and then cut off a little on the sides so that it would fit inside. You could make them out of cardstock or anything else you want, but I made mine out of the toilet paper rolls.
Janet says Mary's going to be able to talk in about 20 minutes. I was going to say, Spanky, you've been sick. I hope you're feeling better. Okay, I'm going to switch this over to me, guys, because I'm going to show what I am going to do for my little extensions. Yeah, the back and forth weather is terrible, Spanky. I agree. And Becky and Jerry, I'm so glad you guys have sold your houses or your property in your house. That's just fabulous that you can get that accomplished. That's always a thing that causes trouble. First, I want to know the measurement of the outside of my toilet paper tube, which is, well, it's a lovely measurement that's not standard. It is about 1/16 over a half.
That's what mine is.
2 9/16. Is that right? Yes. 2 9/16. So that's going to be fun. I think they're going to get cut at 2 inches because I am not going to fight with a 1/16 of an inch. So I'm going to make them 2 inches. It's 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. I'm going to make them 2.5 inches across, and then I think I want them to be on about 1/2 inch and off about 3/4. So I think they're going to be 2.5 inches square. So I'm going to try one to see how it goes. And this is just some heavy black cardstock that I have. Not expensive stuff, just black cardstock that, you know, I got on clearance somewhere. Oh, and I'm zoomed in too far. Sorry. There we go. Oh, is Jerry sleeping? What's going on? She's been naughty. Who's been naughty?
Oh, she wants to know. Addie wondered why Mary's not talking.
Oh, yeah, she's been naughty. Yeah. Somebody told her, didn't they?
Mary did. She said she can't have the sound until the TV is off at 9. So.
Oh, Jerry's having trouble with spell check tonight. Okay, so I have a 2.5-inch square little square, and I'm going to fold it in half. Oh, it didn't fold very nicely that direction. There we go. There's my bone folder. Now, that one's not dry. I had a dry one here a minute ago. There it is. You can put this on the outside, or you can put this on the inside. Either one. Like so. The idea is that this extends your book, and it will bend right here where the toilet paper meets the little black extension. And I think I may just put it on the inside. That might be cool. Oh, that might work real well. Yep. I like that. What do you think, guys?
I think it looks nice.
I missed so much of the chat. I don't know what's you're making the binding thing is what I'm working on, Brittany. I have enough of it painted that I wanted to get some of this done so that you can see what's going to happen with it. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use that's a 2.5-inch square, and I think what I'm going to do is use this 1/4-inch score tape and put it on there and pull it off the way Becky pulls things off of a card. So let me cut a few more, and then by then maybe my little black pieces will be a little bit dry so that I can do one. So while I cut this, let's go see what Lisa's doing.
I'm stamping on some of my stuff. I stamped with the script on my tags, and I'm using this map on the pocket page and the book and the ones with the doors. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do on the regular old pages.
Okay. Can you hold one up that's a little closer so we can see it, because it doesn't show up real well.
This is the book, and you can see that one pretty easily.
Yeah, because of the lighter color.
And then no, that one didn't show up very good. Let's see if it's, well, where is it? Oh, here it is. Here's the front of the one with the doors. And I don't know how much of that'll even show, because I'm going to put some lace on those doors.
Oh, that's going to be pretty.
And then I did the pockets. So and then the tags look like this. Just with the script.
That multicolor paint on there, Lisa, is really cool.
So I'm liking it.
Now this cardstock has a texture on one side, so I think I'm going to put the texture on the outside. I think that will be cuter than on the inside. So
Trying to decide about my, ones that the tags go in. How I want to do those. If I want to ink them, or I may just put copper around the edges and leave it like it is.
Jerry's off to bed. Good night, Jerry.
Good night, Jerry. And I'll show you, since it's on me, how I'm going to do the tab things. I made my tabs 2 5/8 by 2 1/2.
2 5/8 by 2 1/2. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're gonna put them on the outside?
I'm going to put them on the outside, except for the book and the pockets and the doors. I'll put them on the inside of those. But on the rest of these, I'm going to put them on the outside. But I'm going to cut them with this pair of scissors here to make a
Decoration. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brittany, are you asking me about the black piece?
Then I'm just going to put it on like this and glue it down, and then I'll punch my holes in it. So I'm leaving a little over a 1/2 inch sticking out.
Right, and mine is about 3/4 of an inch. Lisa, will you give your measurements for that tube piece again, and then I will give mine.
Okay, this piece was 2 5/8 by 2 1/2. The 2 5/8 is how far it is to go across. You just needs to match your tube.
Right.
Whatever your tube width is by 2 1/2.
Right. Okay. And then Christy, yes, mine are 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, but I'm going to tuck mine on the inside about 1/4 of an inch, or 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. And so they will stick out closer to 3/4 of an inch. I am going to, I think, put some glue on the inside of them so that they're glued together. Like so. And then I'm going to put this score tape stuff on it, exposing just a little 1/16 of an inch over there. Oops, sorry. Oh, I got copper paint on it. And if you've never watched Becky make cards, she pulls up just a little corner of this tape, the stuff. She doesn't pull it all the way off. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, this may not work. Oh, there we go. Okay, she pulls it so that it's like halfway pulled up. Not really halfway even, it's just kind of pulled loose. So that when she tucks it into her project, she has some wiggle room. It doesn't stick right away, is the deal. Oh good, is this one gonna be? This paper tube must be a little bit smaller than the one I measured. It is just a smidgen smaller.
Unfortunately, a smidgen's all it takes to mess you up.
Yeah. Oh, and I've got the little things going the wrong direction. There we go. Okay. So that when you tuck it in, get it all lined up. I think what I need to do is get out my ruler. I want it to be only sticking out about 3/4 of an inch. So I've got a line on this ruler so that it's in there straight. That's going to be a little bit of finagling. And that, yes, that's a word. It's a real honest to goodness word. Okay. But then what she does is she pulls this like so. Well, duh. Sorry, guys. I'm not as good at it as she is. Watch Becky make cards sometimes. She has this down to where it's like a science. Okay. I am so not happy with that. That is not happening. Okay. That didn't work. You guys get to look at yourselves. We'll watch Mary for a while. Thank you, Mark. And Spanky, I didn't mean to scare you. Mary's got something in her hand. Oh, it looks like Tim Holtz tissue paper, Mary? Okay, that's Tim Holtz tissue paper, guys, which has images on it, and it's fantastic stuff. And then she has a magazine. Okay, for the images, okay. Oh, she cut all those little individual images off of there, guys.
Very cool.
Shabby chic is what she's going for. Okay, I'm going to tell you what, guys. What's going on is that this cardstock is terrible. It's peeling. So I'm going to go to the other room and get some other black cardstock. So I will be back.
Guess what? The TV just went off.
Yay!
So I am going for a shabby chic look on this. I might add some more gesso to get more texture or modeling paste. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to put all my pages together. I'll decide that. I'm going to watch some videos tonight. But I'm not going to collage everything down in one big deal. I think I'm going to rip and tear and figure out what I want to do with these little images that I got out of the romantic home. But I think I'm going to go for a shabby chic look out of the romantic home magazines. And I might pick up a lot of little images out of here, like the teapots and things like that.
Sounds like fun, Mary.
So, yeah, I'm having fun doing this. Is that me squeaking? Am I squeaking? I got my phone off, but...
I don't hear squeaking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can talk. I feel like I've been sitting in the corner for 2 hours. You know, there's a story behind that. When I was in kindergarten, you want to hear my story? When I was in well, it doesn't matter because I'm going to tell you anyway. When I was in kindergarten, my very first year of school, we went to a small school, and you know there were only like 5 kids in our kindergarten, and they had kindergarten, first grade, and second grade all taught by the same teacher. And we were up in our little green chairs at the reading class. How you get in a semicircle, and my older sister, who's 7 years older than I was out in the hallway getting a drink of water. And I was sitting at one of those little green chairs, and I saw her out there, and I waved at her. Well, I guess I wasn't supposed to because the teacher made me go sit in the corner. That's one and only time I was really reprimanded at school, when I was in kindergarten. Story's over. Story time's over.
Story time's over. Well, the only time I ever got in trouble was in 3rd grade. And the teacher, I don't know what I was doing that made her think I was chewing gum.
Oh, yeah.
That was a major sin back then.
Yeah.
And she told me to come spit out my gum. And I said, I don't have any gum. And she said, did you swallow it? And I said, no, I didn't have any gum to begin with. And she said, now you're lying to me. And she took me outside and spanked me.
Oh, no. She spanked you?
She did.
Oh.
And she picked me up by her big red fingernails with my chin and called me a liar right there in front of everybody. Then took me outside and spanked me.
Wow.
She wasn't there the next year because that was a normal way for her to react to people.
Wow.
That was my only really negative experience I ever had with a teacher at school. But
I will say that I got in trouble. Well, it wasn't really trouble. Well, I was a little bit older. I was in like 4th or 5th grade, and we were on a school bus, and we were playing Pass the Freckles.
Mary, I don't mean to interrupt your conversation, but I want to answer Christy's.
No, go right ahead.
Christy, I'm not going to put the holes in the ends until I get everything together and everything done. Just because that way I'll have all of my pages sorted, the length of them all the same, and I can use them as a template. So that wasn't nice. Oh, Lisa, something I missed since I went to the other room. And guys, I went to the other room because this cardstock that I pulled out, it's like peeling, and I don't like that at all. So I have really nice Stampin' Up! Cardstock, and I'm going to tell you what, guys, this stuff is fabulous, but I kind of hoard it because a lot of things it's not necessary to have, but for this, it needs to have something that's not going to peel. So now I'll go back to showing what Mary's doing, and Mary, you can finish your conversation because I apologize for interrupting.
Oh, no apologies needed. You're the host. I was just filling in time to telling my little school story. But let me tell you, Tanya, I love what you've done to those with that black paint. I love what you've done to them.
Well, if it hadn't been for your idea, I wouldn't have thought of it. But I'm loving it too, way better than I would have liked the what do you call that? Doodling.
The doodling. You know, I like the texture on it. I might go in. I can't decide if I want to add more, maybe through a stencil, and or maybe just more of the wax paper technique, and then kind of you know, take like a stamp pad or something over it to bring it out a little bit more. I'm not sure. I'm going to play with it. But did you hear me say that I was going with a shabby chic routine?
Yeah.
Theme? Yeah.
I saw that just before I went to the other room.
Yeah. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the pages, whether I want them to open horizontally or vertically. I cut that door vertical, but it could still open horizontally, like an envelope type thing. Cut little.
Yeah. The lady that I saw do it opened them. She opened them horizontally like an envelope.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I might do that then, because I feel like I have more horizontal working space than I do vertical. Vertical, you kind of have to stack it. And I'm going to sneeze.
Uh-oh, because inside...
Take me off mute and I'll sneeze. Any minute now. No, I've been enjoying this.
Well, other than it took me an awful long time to get the paint. And guys, frankly, I'm sorry if we're not watching chat very well. I apologize. It's just so much fun.
Did you guys see Becky's picture when I held it up?
Yes, those were gorgeous.
Wasn't that beautiful? Becky does a beautiful job.
Okay.
Loving it, Becky. Oh, this is my tag. I might do something different on that. So who do we have in here? We've got 48 people in here. Aunt Beck's on the phone with her mom. Brittany says, the rolls we cut for pockets and such, do they need their own and end piece, or will they stick into another one's end piece?
They'll stick inside like tags.
No, I think she's talking about the little pockets like this one. Let me go back over here. And I can't fold it completely, but because it's still wet inside. But when this piece goes around this piece, she's asking if it needs its own end piece. And it's Brittany that asked that question. I'm going to attach it down here on this end. And so I will have only one end piece for it, like so. It'll just be attached to the tube that it's around. That's my plan.
Yeah, that's what I did too. And I've already got mine attached, my end piece on it.
Okay, let me go over there and show them.
Okay.
Okay, and Lisa, you put your end piece on the outside?
I did.
I'm thinking I might want to too. I'm not liking it going on the inside.
I just put the end piece on it like I'm doing all these others, exactly the same. So that shortens my pockets a little bit, but
yeah,
I don't think that matters.
My hubby brought me a snack.
Yay
Woo!
For hubby.
Woo!
So y'all see how the pockets are like this? And I just glued these so I can still put a tag in here. And then there's a pocket. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I may cut one of these tags in half to put in those pockets.
So did you glue both ends of the pocket, Lisa?
I did.
Okay.
I did. You wouldn't have to probably.
I didn't intend to glue both ends of mine. I was only going to glue one end.
Yeah. I just did because that's how I usually do pockets and I wasn't even thinking.
Uh-huh.
But that does narrow down what you can put in it.
Yeah.
When you do that. So that's something to think about, folks. You might not want to do that.
Well, I mean, it's all, you just find something different to put in there.
Yeah.
Now,
where's my
toilet paper tube? She's using cardstock on the ends.
Yeah, I'm using cardstock on for the hinge parts or whatever, the ends where we're closing up one end and we're going to bind the book together with it. And then I'm using cardstock for these little things I'm going to put on my tags, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I've still got 3 more of these to do real quick. and then I'll show the tag, what I'm going to do for the tags.
And how did you cut the edges? Did you use a pair of fancy scissors to cut the edges on those?
Yeah, I used these Creative Memories scissors.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I couldn't find them, and I was just going to use pinking shears because I have a pair of pinking shears that are just, I got at the thrift store that I use for art. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to do that, and then lo and behold, those showed up. So, and I just think it looks good. Now we could, do some stamping or something on that, but I'm not sure what I'll do on those. I may not do anything. I may just like them like that. I haven't decided yet. Oh, shoot. I just put the wrong end in my, so now I've got this non-painted. So now I'm going to have to paint it. That's not a big deal, but pay attention to that because I didn't. The other two I did good, but not that one.
Mark just asked me a question about fussy cutting. Are you talking about the images, Mark? And if so, yes, you can cut your images out like fussy cutting. I will probably cut some of mine out.
I like how these tissues, this Tim Holtz tissue, I like how it wraps around these rolls. So I get half on I can get a part on this side. Well, that's not a very good example. I can get part on this side and part on this side over here. Part on each side. I really do like that. Here, let me show you. See,
that looks pretty.
Like this one, the black really shows up good against the yellow here.
Yeah, it does. It looks nice.
Yeah, and then, I can just kind of twist it around and roll it around. And, I'm just doing spotty stuff. I'm not trying just to wrap the whole roll with the tissue paper. I might got a little bit of the colored bird stuff left, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just stick with one.
Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're liking it.
Okay. I didn't cut enough to end pieces.
And hello, Steak and Fries. I hadn't seen you come in earlier.
Hi, Linda and Spanky and Gail. I missed all of you. I'm not paying very good attention. I'm sorry.
Well, you guys were working. I got to working on mine while you guys were. I think Tanya's doing a really good job of taking care of people out there. While I was painting and got my hands on yellow, I couldn't chat much.
Well, I get to not chatting very well, Mary, but I'm trying because
you're doing a good job.
If I don't pay attention, then then I miss things because this chat is so fast.
I know. Tell me about it. That's why I go back and read my chat. Mm-hmm. What did I find out today? I forget what. Somebody told me to do something, and I thought it was a really good idea. Now I forgot what it was. I try to go back, and if I don't watch the entire video, I will bring my video up to a certain point, like 25 minutes in, and then I'll throw the chat back and just browse the chat to see if somebody was asking me something or talking about something I missed. That I don't catch everything that way, but I catch a lot. So, yeah, rather than sit there and watch 4 hours of a stream that you just finished, just hop up, every quarter, every 15 or half an hour, or however long your chat scroll lasts, and then just scroll back and kind of skim the chat to see what happened while you weren't paying attention.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm learning. I miss a lot. I'm kind of embarrassed, but it's not easy to host and do a project and pay attention to people and deal with YouTube. There's a lot going on for a live stream and a Hangout. And of course, I make my mistakes.
Kathy, we're glad you're here. We're glad you have power.
Oh my, it's been a long time. She's been
Is
without
that
power
Kathy
for like
Whitney?
14 days.
Hi, Kathy. Good to see her.
I need an opinion, guys. I'm going to switch back over here. Okay. I don't like it flat. I don't like the cardstock flat. It's too boring. I don't like it with the rounded corners. That doesn't work either. So I have two options. This is option number 1. This is option number 2. Which one?
I want to see option number 1 again.
Okay. I'll put them on two sides.
Oh, that option 1. I like option 1 because it's got a lot of curvies in it. But you really have to go with your taste.
I know. Which one, Lisa?
I like the second one.
This one over here?
Yeah, the one that you got on the side.
Well, they're both on the side now, but
Okay, the one on the right side.
okay, that's the one Mary likes too. That's number 1. This one right here. Okay, everybody says 1, so 1 it is. I liked number 1 too, just so we know, but it's like, okay. And I'm going to put mine on the outside too, Lisa, because I did not like it. I didn't like putting it on the inside.
Yeah.
And
it looks a little more finished, I think, on the outside.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking I might want to curve my corners that are sticking out.
Let me go over there where I can see. Okay, show us.
Well, I haven't done it yet. I'm just thinking about it. But this part right here on the edges, I'm thinking about curving that.
Mm-hmm.
Since I glued it all the way across, I think that would look nice.
Well, I'm sort of thinking that too.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do it.
We're going to
do it too if you want to.
Yeah, I had sort of thought that.
Yeah, that looks much nicer, I think.
And I'll show you mine. Oh yeah, it's way better. Way better.
Oh, I love that.
It's amazing what that one little thing does.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Mary's going to remember something Becky said. I got to see what that is.
Okay.
Oh, she told me it was better to paint that glitter paint over. She said it would look really nice over that purple metallic. She said it looked better. It was a little transparent, but in the long run, I kind of liked it. It's over white instead of over a color.
Okay.
I liked it in the long run. It's very pretty. She had to make sure I had pink in my. I opened her I won her 2,500 subscriber contest. Ooh. Scott picked my number. Yay, Scott!
Cool.
Yay, Mary!
Yeah. And I got the package yesterday, and so I opened it in my Happy Mail today. Oh my goodness, all the things I got! Oh my goodness! And I think I don't know how to knit. So I think that tomorrow I'm going to take those knitting needles, and I know how to cast on, and I think I know how to do the knit stitch. I don't know how to do the purl stitch. So I figure Mary does so many dumb things anyway that I might as well learn how to knit. So I thought I'd try that tomorrow morning.
Well, you know, Mary, I learned to knit when I was, I don't know, 5. I hated it. Hated it with a passion. Then a few years ago decided I wanted to knit. Well, it worked really well because, you know, YouTube has everything.
Yeah.
So I got on YouTube and
Well, here's what I need. Somebody, Beth, is Beth in here or did Beth go to bed? I need somebody who makes videos who could walk me through it, or we could hang out together and they could teach me.
We're using about 10, Kathy, for our pockets, our pages, and then some more for tags. So about 15 altogether, probably. But you don't have to do 10 if you don't want to. You could do 8 pages or 6 pages or 12 pages or whatever. Okay, sorry for interrupting.
Beth, do you know how to knit, Beth? Beth, you know everything. Do you know how to knit? Beth Schuler? Beth is really talented in a lot of things. I was wondering if she knew how to knit. I'm waiting to see her answer.
Yeah, I was going to say, give her a minute. She'll tell you.
Yeah. Lag time.
Remember, Mary, there's quite a delay.
Yeah. Oh, she does. Well, Beth, we're going to have to do a hangout, and you can teach me rather than me coming on tomorrow making a fool out of myself. We're going to have to do a hangout, and you can teach me how to knit. I know how to cast on. I think I know the knit stitch because I don't think that's hard. It's the purl stitch that I always get messed up on. Just a simple. Well, that's all I need. I need to knit a hot pad. Do you want to do that maybe sometime next week?
Mary, a dish rag might be easier.
Or a dish rag, a hot pad, whatever. Let's see.
Well, the dish rags that I've knit are actually just knit stitch and knit stitch. It's just knit. You don't purl.
And, right, I know that.
And that way you could get the tension and all that kind of stuff down.
Rhythm. I don't think that part will be hard for me because I crochet a lot. And I know how to cast on, and I think I know how to knit. I might have to do it just as a refresher, but it's doing the knit and purl. The purl always threw me off. Mark asked a question. He says, Mary, do you use a guillotine to cut cardstock? I use a paper trimmer, Mark. Actually, I use 2. I have one here that I just got recently. Here, this one. Well, and then see what Tanya's cutting? I have one like Tanya's too, that I have a black one like Tanya's, and then I have a whiter one that I just got recently because Tanya, that black one drives me crazy with the measured number 4 on there.
Oh, well, yeah. The 4 inches is inside, but the 4 1/4 is out. So it depends on, you kind of gotta be happy. Oh, that was really good. That's only 2 inches. I wonder how many of them I cut that way.
That's kind of what I say when I use that.
I've had this thing for so long, and recently I tried to buy blades, and I had a very hard time finding blades because the new one does not have the same blade.
Yeah, the newer ones have those round blades kind of things. I don't like those. And the one I looked and looked and looked till I got one that measured 6 inches across and had the blades like what you have there. Because you can get those at hardware stores or like Menards, those blades. Did you look at like Menards or like that?
No, I've never seen them there. This one, I did get these at, I either found them at Joann's or Michael's. They have the new style and the old style at one of the stores. It just took a while to find them.
Kendra wants to learn to knit too, so y'all definitely need to do a knitting hangout.
Well, see, Beth, we just need the simple stuff. We don't need a advanced teacher.
Hi, Catherine.
But if you don't want to do it, we'll talk about it later. Somebody said hi to somebody.
Oh, I just saw Catherine come in, and I hadn't noticed her before, so I was just saying hi. Sorry, I butted in.
No. You weren't butting in. I just didn't. I was still yakking.
Yeah, Catherine, Jerry does know how to knit. Jerry knows how to knit, Mary, and so does, and she crochets as well.
I can crochet. I've crocheted for years, but knitting, I hit that purl stitch and then I gave up. And I like the Tunisian. Aunt Beth gave me some knitting needles and some yarn and a Tunisian crochet hook and a crochet hook.
Oh, that Tunisian crochet's fun. That's how my daughter learned to crochet.
Yeah, Tunisian crochet is fun, but it takes a lot more yarn.
Yeah, it does.
But it makes a heavier blanket or whatever you're doing. If it makes a more solid kind of thing.
And
Makes really nice pot
crochet.
holders.
And Beth crochets. We could do a crochet hangout. And what was it? Kendra is saying that you can find those blades at Hobby Lobby, Tanya.
Okay. Well, like I said, when I went to look for some here recently, I went in several Joann's and Michael's, and I don't know if I'd gone to Hobby Lobby, but a couple of the places did not have them, and I finally found some, so I bought several packages. But you know, it's possibly that they just didn't have them that day. They had the newer style, they just didn't have the older style. So, and I tend to wear them out one side and not the other side because I tend to use it the same way all the time. So,
Lisa,
okay, Mina has a question.
Who has a question?
Mina.
The ones that will be a door, how does that work if you're using an end piece? I'll show you. I just put the end piece on the back, and then the doors open and shut like that.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
That works perfectly. And Lisa, you want to show them your tabs for your top?
The book, I did the same thing.
Oh, that's perfect, Lisa.
And these are what I'm putting on for my tabs on my tags. It's a die cut, a Tim Holtz Sizzix, one of those movers and shapers or whatever that's called. But
that's really cute.
I thought it was cute. I was excited. I got it at Tuesday morning, and at Tuesday morning they were usually $7.98, and I got it 40% off or 60% off, one or the other. So I was happy.
Cool.
And I thought those would be cute. And that'll just, stick out.
Oh, I like that.
Would you guys explain the end piece to me? I kind of missed that with all the noise going on over here.
Sure.
Don't explain how to do it. Why do you have it? That's what I want to know.
Oh, well, Mary, let me go back over here. You don't have to have it.
It's an easy way to bind.
Your tags are going to go down inside, and they're going to be pretty much the same length as the tube.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by having this piece on the outside, it gives you a place to put your holes to bind it, and without shortening your tube a lot.
Yeah,
and
you're extending your tag is what
right.
you do.
And then the other thing is, well, see, this is my tube for my page.
Yeah.
But then when my tags are not cut small enough yet, I have to straighten them out. When my tags are inside, then the other thing is that whatever you do on the top of your tag kind of mimics, and now this doesn't have to be the same shape, but it mimics the back side over here. And then this other piece, it just kind of gives you a place to do your binding in.
That's my question right there, because I am thinking if I put end pieces on all my tubes where I wanted to bind it horizontally, if I put end pieces on them, I could bind it and just bind it on the end pieces, and instead of trying to bind it through the cardboard piece.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that's
a good
how
idea.
Most of the books that I watched were bound.
Okay. I didn't watch any videos. I didn't have time, so so I'm remiss there. Sorry. But that's a good idea. I think that's how I'm going to do mine then.
Okay, Christy. Okay, Lisa, you have a question. Gloria asked you a question about, is your tag double?
No, my tag is 1/2 of a toilet paper tube, but I am going to have stuff on both sides, if that's what you mean. And the I have to cut out 2 of these, one for the back, like that, and then one for in front, so that it's 2-sided, but it's only one thickness of tag. Like
And
this.
said that was me too. What were you talking about? That was me too. Oh, Skylar said I also crochet. FYI, just a beginner, though I don't know much. Let's see. They're talking about knitting, I think.
And Christy says, do you put the end in flush with the tab pieces?
I just put it in there and just put it so that it goes that far and leave it. You can do whatever you want. These won't go inside, so that gives it a natural place to stop, if that's what we're talking about.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what she's talking about either. And if that's the right question, Christy, let us know. Mark, the same book as Mary and Lisa. We're all kind of taking a different spin on it, if that's the question you're asking. And yeah, Becky, it's hard when they pop in just whenever. Just so y'all know, on March 22nd, there will be a hot video pop out. Becky and Mary and Lisa and Spanky and, oh gosh, I forgot everybody, and I'm sorry for those.
I think Linda McAllister is in that.
Linda had to back out.
She backed out?
Yeah, it's all right. She just is she's having creative funk, and that happens.
Yeah, she said that to me this morning.
Yeah, Sherry Hebring is, if I said that right, Susan Hills. Howls. Yes, thank you. Ugh.
At least that's how I say it.
And Mark, are you asking if my book is a paper 2 book? Is that I just, and Christy, let me find out if that's the answer to your question, if we got it. But yeah, Mary, Linda said she just hadn't been feeling very creative. And
we all go through those times when, that's the time that you just need to take a little break. Who knows?
That's right.
Yeah.
I go shopping.
Yeah. My brother, I was laughing. We were both laughing because he brought the mail in yesterday, and he brought in 3 packages. I got Aunt Bex, and Deborah at That's Doing sent me some, and Lynn sent me some Happy Mail. Now, I was expecting Aunt Bex. The other 2 I wasn't really expecting, but we were laughing. I said, Mary, you don't need to go thrift shopping anymore. They just mail it to you.
Okay, Christy asked the question, and I think I understand what she's asking me now. So give me just a second, and I'll show you, dear. This is the folded end, and when I put it on, I didn't put it on all the way, so my tube ends right there. So it goes over about 1/2 inch, and I measured, it's about 5/8 of an inch that hangs off. But when I glued it, and I'll show you how I glued it. Let me find one that's dry. Okay, that'll do. I glued it. Where's my glue? There it is. So that I'm going to put glue on this edge real well. And then I'm going to glue the whole thing together. And I need a little bit more on this side. But then I'm going to make sure I get glue on this edge. So the tube will be open all the way down, but the part that hangs off is glued together. Like so. And the nice thing about tacky glue is it gives you a minute or so to move things around. So this little piece of black is glued to the front and the back of the tube, but yet to itself where the tube is not available. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Let me, I'm measuring. I can't read chat. I'll be right back.
So it made sense to me, but I did mine the same way. So
yeah. So then when you glue it down, you've glued it to this side of the tube, you've glued it to this side of the tube, and down here at the bottom, you've glued it to itself. So Christy, does that make sense? Yes, it's a YouTube hot video on the 22nd, and there will be a list in everyone who's playing's video, and you pop from one video to the next.
you just click on the first link underneath. All the links will be under there, but you just click on the first one, it'll take you straight to the next video.
Yeah.
And that way they'll all be in the same order. And it won't matter where you start that way. If you always do that, you'll make it through them all.
Right. The list will be unique to each person's video, so that the next person's video comes up. So it'll make kind of like a round robin hop. I used to do that on blogs that we did things on. So Christy, does that make sense?
You know what? I think I might change my theme from shabby chic to I got this book of the evolution of the bicycle, and it's got a whole bunch of old bicycle photos, and I'm thinking packing tape transfers. Can you see it? Bicycle.
That is really cool.
Evolution of the bicycle, and well, it depends on if this ink will transfer. It's a book on. You see, it's got a whole bunch of old bicycles. Not all of them are old. Some of them are new, but some of them are old. Some of them are in color. Some of them aren't.
That's really cool, Mary.
So I might do bicycle instead because it's black and white.
Okay, Laura just had a really, really, really good suggestion. Did you see it, guys? I'll show it to you. What Laura said is that she would score the little tabby piece so that she knew exactly where to set it on her tube, which would make it so much easier. Duh. If I find my 5/8 inch mark, where'd it go? Oh, that side's not set up right. Okay.
Now she tells us that I've got all mine glued.
Yeah. Okay. And if you score it, because it's gonna bend right there before it's all done. Okay. So now I have a score line, which I know you can't see on black, but let me tilt it. Maybe you can see it a little bit. There we go. It's kind of there. But now when I go to glue it on this silly tube, it's dry enough, it will, I'll have a spot where I can see to do what I'm going to do. Duh.
Yes, Gloria, the next one will be in 2 weeks on the 26th.
Oh, I forgot to, just a minute.
And Becky, people bind them with all different things. I've seen them do it with ribbon or with a regular Copic stitch or with the rings or what. Just do whatever you want. I'm still not sure how I'm going to bind mine.
And I'm going to bind mine with that stitch that we used on the last book. On the scrappy, not on the last book, on the scrappy book, because the last one was our bank book.
So should we be ready to bind next week or the next time?
I'm probably going to do my images, work on my images next time and bind, yes. But
that's my plan too.
Yeah, I think we need to be ready to put our images down. Although okay. I'm going to put mine down with Mod Podge, and so I might not be able to bind it next time, because if I do, then
they'll be wet.
See now, guys, now I have that score line, and I can just line up my Laura. Yeah, like Lisa said. Now you tell us.
Now you tell.
And Beth's going to do hers with a Copic stitch. I'm going to use that. I have the printout, and I'll put a link to the. Well, I did have the printout. I did until I moved things around. It's okay. Well, fiddlesticks. It's called a slip knot binding, and I'll put a link to it. I find it easier than the Copic stitch, so that's what I'm planning on using. But these are coming out really fun. Now I have to decide what I want to do about the tag end. And the other thing is that one of the things that I'm not as happy with these is they're not stiff yet. So when I put my images on, I will probably Mod Podge this whole thing, which means it's going to take a little while to dry.
Tanya, Beth said to tell them, the newbie people, about your intro video and the 3 videos that you linked to.
Oh, yes. I don't know if Janet's here. Becky, if Janet's not here, could one of you post that intro video for me? There is a link, guys. There's a video that I put, okay, this is what we're going to do, and this to give you ideas so that you had some idea of where we were going. And that video has links to several people's videos that made these books, and we're all doing our own kind of version of those of the toilet paper or the paper tube book. So there's lots and lots of ways to do this. And Janet just posted it, guys. She's just so fast. I just didn't know if you were still here, Janet, especially knowing how you have not felt well. But now I have to figure out what I want to do for the tag ends, because I don't think I like that exactly the same.
Gail, why are you confused? Gail says she's so confused. You have a question, Gail? Why don't you put it in chat? Maybe we can help out. And let me tell you, that lady has some talent. Steak and fries.
I haven't had a chance to look at anybody's videos lately.
She did a sketch of my little bandit kitty. Really a good sketch. It's on my. Okay, Steak and Fry says, is there a calendar with the dates and times of all of you? Oh, that would be confusing.
As far as our individual live streams, I don't think there's a calendar. Maybe I should do that in group. We could post it in the groups. Becky has that in her group, I thought. But this particular project and Hangouts are different because so we're doing it just 2 times, we hope, this month. Partially because, you know, with our individual live streams, having 3 Hangouts in a month is, for one project's a little hard. But the next one is in 2 weeks on Lisa's channel, and it will be Tuesday, the 26th at 7 Central.
Yeah, Gail, you kind of have to, on the Hangouts and the special events and that, you kind of have to, usually we announce it though. I mean, like if we're going to do something special in the next month, if you're in one of the groups, you'll probably see an announcement or we'll start talking about it in our chats. It's really hard to have a calendar for everybody because we're like herding cats. We're also independent.
Yeah, there you go.
You know? But I can see where it's really confusing because I miss a lot of people. I miss a lot of Beth streams, and I miss a lot of the Ustream gals, Janet and Debbie Epps and those gals, because I can't keep track of when they're going live. The only one I really know is Dee Dee and Vicki Ross. Barb Owens.
Well, I don't know if that's what I like for my tags. It's the same as the other end, which makes it kind of frames what's going to happen in here.
Switch it over to you so we can see.
I did, honey.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's just taking a minute to get there. I really like how yours is a little different. At the same time, this is kind of cool too.
Yeah, it is.
And once I put some fibers on the tags, plus if it's a little bit longer, then the tag doesn't go all the way in.
Yeah, that's what these do, that same thing. They keep it from going all the way in.
Yeah.
I like that. That was just serendipitous. I didn't know it was going to be that way, but
at the same time, that just doesn't quite make me happy.
Well, could you do your shape cut on the other end?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Could you do your fancy scissors on the other end?
Yes, I did. I did. It just must not have been showing here. Just a minute. Yeah, see? I didn't glue it down yet.
Well, no, I meant on the end that sticks out.
Yeah, that's the end that sticks out, hon. See?
No, it's round on the end that sticks out.
Oh, do the shape over here? Like so?
No, take your tag, take the black piece off, turn it over. Yeah, something like that. Would that?
Yeah, that's how I had it. For some reason, it just doesn't. It doesn't trip my trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't float my boat.
Yeah, Gloria, that's what I'm gonna go look at and see what else I have. Somebody asked, is this, Brittany asked, is this as far as we're going on this stream?
Probably.
Probably. Knowing the fact that it is, is it
It's almost,
9? It's 10 o'clock already.
yeah.
Yeah, so probably I'm gonna stay on for a little while. Lisa, are you gonna be able to, Mary?
Yeah, I can a little while.
I can be on for a little while. I'm thinking about streaming tomorrow morning, so I want to finish collaging these. Tomorrow morning I may make up some texture paste and put some texture on these. I'm just thinking I want more texture.
I'm going to do some
around
copper.
with it.
I'm going to do some copper on the edges of mine and punch my holes, and then that's probably all as far as I'll get tonight. I have lost my silly pen that goes in this glue. It is the bane of my existence. I am forever losing that.
Is it not standing up in? Yeah, no, that was something else. The one thing is, though, we need to discuss homework because we really need to have all of these pieces kind of ready by the next video so that we can put our images down and bind it if we have time. Don't you think?
Yeah, they need to get to this point at least where we're at right now.
Yeah, well, with all of their pages, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had a discussion about the doors and how Lisa, show them how you bound, how you put your binding thing on your doors and your pockets.
Okay.
Okay, Janet is going to bed, I think. Good night, dear.
Good night, Janet.
Good night, Janet.
Rest and feel better. I'm going to go get a punch while Lisa shows y'all that.
I just put the binding like we did on the end of these. I just put it on the back of the one with the doors. So when you open it up, it's there and it's on the back. And then the booklet, I did the same thing. I just put it on the back on one side. And then the one with the pocket, I just put it over, I glued my pocket down, and then I just put this right over the end of the pocket. So they're all pretty much the same, even though they're all different. They're all bound pretty much the same. So they'll all fit in the same footprint.
How many tags do you have, Lisa?
I have 2 doors, one with the pockets, one book, and that makes 4. And then I have 6 more, just the regular ones.
How many tags do you have?
I have 10 tags.
10?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead probably and stick a tag in the ones with the doors.
Oh,
and
wow.
in the one with the pockets. I probably won't stick a tag in the book because it doesn't have any way to hold it in place.
Are your tags all made out of the rolls, or did you use other things for your
I made them all out of the rolls.
Wow.
I had 5 rolls that were different from my other ones, and they were stiffer. And so that's what I made my tags out of. And then I made the rest of them out of these other rolls.
I might have to make my tags out of something else because I don't think I have that many rolls prepped.
Yeah, well, a lot of the people I watched made their tags out of cardstock. So
yeah.
Well, and I have plenty of rolls, but I'm not really liking the tags. So I'm going to have to think about them because they're just not really sturdy enough. I mean, they're really wimpy. But now if I put my images on them and Mod Podge them, that probably will fix them. Oh, that's not going to work that way.
I might put my bicycle images on my tags because I don't want to get these too convoluted to where, you know, the bicycles are running into the flowers, which are running into words and all that. I might put my bicycles on my tags because I really want to do those. So I might work on those tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I want to put some more texture on these, I think. Who knows what will happen? And while Lisa was talking, she said something about it being serendipitous. Do you remember saying that, Lisa? And I was going to break in and say sometimes when you hit that point is the point where you really get creative. You don't know what's going to happen next. And it really turns out.
That's true.
Like when I was working on that bank book this morning, I like to listen. I sometimes miss a lot of what the gals in my chat are telling me, but when I do catch it and when I understand it, they really give me some good ideas that I never planned. You know,
Yeah.
and
That's one of the cool things about live streaming.
Yeah, and really comes out cool.
Christy just asked a question about the holes. So give me a second, Christy. Let me get me back over here. It depends on how many holes and how you're going to bind it. Okay. The holes will go in the part that's not part that's off the end of the tube. So, and I probably will put 2, I may put 3 holes, but I will put them in the middle of where this is off. Let me get something to show you. That's where the tube sits actually. And so I'll be putting holes in here, and I'll put holes there and there. And I may, just for the fun of it, put one in the middle so that I have 3 holes just because. Lisa, you want to show where you're going to put your holes?
Okay. I'll just put holes in one of them and then
Okay.
it'll make it easy to see. I'm trying to decide now if I want to use the small hole or the big hole. I think I'm going to use a small one. I can come back and use a big one in a minute. Well, first of all, I'm going to measure. I don't usually measure, but I think I want to measure a little bit here. Okay, let's start it. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put my holes like this. And they're not even. But that's the way they're going to be. I didn't measure the height of them very well, but I may redo them with bigger holes, but for now I'm just going to make them like that. That way I have an option. I can put something smaller in here. If I decide to go with ribbon, then I may make bigger holes. But then I'm just going to stack it and go in that same hole. And then move on to the next one till I've got them all punched. That one didn't punch very good. It's probably because they're not really dry yet.
Yeah,
they punch better when they're dry. So I'm not going to punch any more of them right now. But anyway, I'm just going to do 2, and I'm going to do them about 3/4 of an inch in from the ends, and there's about 1 inch in the middle between them. So.
Okay. Mark, I would not use a glue gun because you're going to have to punch holes in that. And if you put a glue gun, if you put hot glue in there, you're going to have trouble punching holes. Besides, now, some of the other girls may use glue guns, but I hate glue guns, so I don't use one. But I would be concerned about punching holes in it. Now, if you've got a crocodile, you probably can punch holes in it, but I don't know about something else. And guys, what do you think about this tabby? I think I like it better with this little bit of rounded.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it better than just plain.
Than the other side, you mean?
Yeah.
I
The
do
other
too.
side's going to be bound, so that's fine. But this
But
one,
you mean
kinda
rather
like,
than leaving it like the other side?
Yeah, I like it looking like a tab.
yeah.
I do too. I do too. I like it a lot.
And then
You know what I'd do, Tanya? I'd tear it. I'd distress it.
Oh, yeah, I might have if I'd have distressed this one, I might have, but I think I want to keep it.
I'm
And-
teasing you. I'm teasing.
Oh yeah, okay, you're teasing. Okay,
I'm not giving advice. I'm saying that's what I would end up doing.
well, and you know, if I had done this side that way, which would be real cool, then this side would have been cool that way too. But I think I like that better. And what I did, just for everybody's information, to get it punched, I had to cut my tab in half. So because I'm using my tab punch board thingy, and it won't punch through the folded part, so I had to punch all 4 edges.
Wow.
Like so. And then to get the cut edge, I had to cut with my scissors.
So you had to go through a lot of steps to get there.
Yeah, it just a couple of steps, but it just and it's not a big deal. It's just that to get that tab, the cardstock is, this Stampin' Up! Cardstock is thick. So to get the tabs where I can put them on there, it was just not coming together. So it was easier to just, it was just easier, Mary. It might take more steps, but it was easier because I was having to lean on the tab punch to get them to do that. So that's what my plan is.
I may tear mine. I may just tear it, just because that seems to be my thing.
Well, and Mary, if you're going to do shabby too.
Yeah. It may just fit, huh?
Minna has a question, Lisa.
I'm sorry, Mina. I was paying attention to what I was doing. Is that small orange book meant to be standalone? No. I'm gonna bind it right in here with all the rest of them. It'll just be in the middle of it. But when you open it, you'll have a book. So it's just part of the whole thing.
And
so are these.
Becky said she's thinking about putting chipboard in between her pieces because, well, let me show you what mine is doing.
So it won't V, alligator mouth or whatever that's called.
It's going to have quite a bit of alligator mouth. And that is true. They do have a lot of so if she put chipboard in between on the hinge side, it would give it less alligator mouth.
That's true. That's a good idea.
Which would be really cool. I'm not sure because I kind of like it standing up like that, though. So I will have to think about that one. But the idea, guys, is to be ready to put on images and binding next week. So Mary's tearing things. So
those crocodiles are like $39 or $44, depending on which place you go to get them. But I know Michael's and Hobby Lobby will let you use a coupon.
Joann's does too, if they're not on sale. Michael's has the cheapest price here in town, in my town, anyways. Hobby Lobby and Joann's are more expensive.
What do I do with my brush?
So
I've had my crocodile for years. I love it.
I just got mine before Christmas. and I am very pleased with it. I love it to death. What did I try to punch that it didn't want to punch though?
Oh.
I went to punch something and it didn't like it. Oh, I know what it was. I was trying to punch pop bottle caps.
Oh.
And it did not like that. It hit a place where it had more than one layer of pop bottle, and it said, "No, I'm not going to do this."
That's interesting. I didn't realize it wouldn't punch that. Some of that metal is pretty thick, though. You know, some of the jewelry pieces that you buy, it's really a strong metal, and some of it's really thin metal. But some of those jewelry pieces, when you buy your junk jewelry, are really strong metal. You almost need something else to get through them than a scrapbooking tool or an art tool.
Minna, I'm sorry. It's because I spoke too loudly. I will calm my voice down a little bit. Mary.
Yes.
See
Oh
this
my goodness, Laura, that's awful.
What happened?
She says it's $69.99 at the closest Hobby Lobby to her. That is highway robbery.
Yes, it is because now
well, they were quite expensive when they came out.
Well, I paid $39 for mine. Well, I had a coupon, but it was $39. And the next time I saw it, it was $44, and I thought that was high.
Mine was $34, and I had a 50% off coupon.
What were you going to ask me, Tanya?
I was going to show you this.
Oh, I got one.
And it will punch through bloody anything.
Oh, is that a punch? Wait a minute. I thought that was a wait. Oh. Well, that's cool. That's your jeweler's one, right?
Yep, but you can buy these at Michael's.
Really?
Yep.
How much are they?
Oh, I don't know. They might be $29 or so. Michael's Hobby Lobby has them. I don't know that Joann's has them, but Michael's and Hobby Lobby both have them.
I'll look for one.
The round one punches holes in metal better than the square one, but the square one, just a minute, I'll get it out.
You can punch through that really strong broken jewelry stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
See the little square on this? How this one's got square?
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't buy that one if you're only going to buy one, I wouldn't buy the square one.
Okay.
The square one can decide it's not going to punch through stuff.
Okay.
But this little round one,
yeah,
you can punch through just about anything.
Huh.
It's really hard to punch through a penny, but you know, I have other tools for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the other thing is that Harbor Freight carries a screw punch, and I don't have my screw punch here on the table, but they carry a screw punch, and you can punch through just about anything with one of those.
A screw punch.
Yeah. It's a little tiny tool about this big, and it has two little spinny things on it, and it screws the punch thing down. But you do have to have some strong finger power.
I have one of those. I didn't know it would punch through stuff like that.
Yep. When I'm going to punch a penny or something like that, I have another tool that I use because this little guy, you can chew up this bit.
Huh.
It can get banged up.
Is that permanent bit? Is that permanent?
It'll unscrew right here. It unscrews right there, and you can change them out. Now, here's the problem. I don't know that Hobby Lobby or Michael's has the changey pieces.
Yeah.
This is a Lindstrom tool, and I can order new pieces for it.
Well, I'm going to check them out.
Yeah. But the little one at Harbor Freight's only $10. So if you chew it up, you can buy a new one.
Harbor
Freight, $10, and you don't want to spend $10.
What is it called again? When I go to Harbor Freight, what is it called?
It's called a screw punch.
A screw punch. Okay.
A screw.
And what is it? The ones at Hobby Lobby called? The jeweler thing.
Yeah, jeweler thing. It'll be on the wall with the jewelry tools.
Okay.
Okay, if you give me a minute, guys, I'm gonna switch to Mary, and you guys mess around. I'll go get my screw punch so you can see it.
Is she switching?
Okay, Christy, all you have is a regular hole punch. You don't have a crocodile. Okay. This kind. Oh, wait a minute. Give me just a second, Christy. This hole punch. Let's see if it'll go through. I've got a double piece here. That kind of hole punch will work. Now, I have one of these that's a smaller hole. It's not out here, but it's like an 1/8 inch hole instead of a 1/4 inch hole. And you can buy the 1/8 inch ones at places like Office Max and Office Depot. I don't know if Walmart does carry them. I know you can't buy them at the Dollar Tree. You can buy this kind at the Dollar Tree. I would go to Office Store to buy one of these, though, honestly, because the better quality it is, the more you'll use it. I use this all the time, and that kind of holes would work just fine. Now, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get that screw punch, and I'll show you.
Did y'all hear my lightning? Yeah,
Lightning?
Lightning. It just struck very close.
Oh, really?
Gloria, Lindstrom tools are good, and they are the best, but they can be expensive if you're not going to use them all the time for something. So many of the other tools will work for a long time. My favorite pliers are still my cheapest $2 Walmart pliers. Oh, I'm going to put it back on somebody else. Just a minute. I'm sorry.
I am just about done collaging down. I really like these black and white images on the yellow. So I think,
nice.
Yeah, they're turning out better than I thought, but I do want some more texture. And so I think I'm going to do texture tomorrow, and I think I'm going to cut some tags for the insides. I do have 2 tags but I don't have enough to make tags for all of them. So I think I'm going to put packing tape bicycle images on my tags.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you're not trying to put the bicycle images over those flowers.
Yeah, it would be too convoluted. It would be too convoluted to do that. I could do that though. I tend to be one who just keeps going, and then at the end I go, oh, what did I do? I should have stopped 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. Deborah, you're right. This is just a regular. Oh, wait a minute. This is just a regular hole punch, and I've had it forever. And I have an 1/8 inch one and a 1/16 inch one, which you can buy at the office supply stores, and they're really, really handy. The big thing is sometimes things get thick, and this doesn't like to bite. Sometimes I have to make one hole in one piece and one hole in another piece. And Mary, this is what I'm talking about now. This is not from Harbor Freight. Okay, so this one is considerably more pricey and a little bit different, but it's similar. Okay.
Does it screw though? I think I've seen those. It's
yeah. I'll show you. It screws down. See here, this is the punch, and it just screws. And there's a contrasting hole on this other side. Let me see there, and it just screws down and punches through things.
Wow.
Okay. This one also sets rivets, so that's it's for jewelry. So yeah, and it somehow has decided to get rusty for all of its expensiveness. It is rusty. So that's what happens here in Florida to things.
The humidity. Do you have a lot of humidity, a lot of moisture in the air?
Yeah, and we don't use if the heat's not on or the air conditioning's not on, then it gets very moist in the house. But the one at Harbor Freight is not quite. You can see this really good on the packaging. This is real deep.
Yeah.
And the one at Harbor Freight is not quite so deep. It's
Okay.
this is a long reach one, and it's so you could put holes and things in the middle of stuff.
Now,
So-
where would I look in Harbor Freight? What section would I go to?
Oh, I don't know, dear.
Well, then what am I asking for again?
Ask
I'll
them
say
for a
that
screw. Ask them for a screw punch.
a screw punch.
Yeah.
A screw punch. Okay.
Thanks, Sherry. You know, because jewelry is what I've done for years. I mean, I've been making beads for 20 years, so you know.
Well, let me ask you then. I have that like that. It was a kind of like a little picture frame. I don't have it out, but you know, it's got. I took the back off the frame, and I took it didn't have glass. It had a plexiglass in it, but the back end where the two little, the wire went, it had the little hump with the little hole inside of it. What could I cut that hump with off of the back? Like a little hump. Like, can you see my?
Just a
paper?
minute, I'm coming. Okay.
The little hump,
Okay.
like this is the hump right here at the tip of my brush.
Yeah.
And it's on the back of the frame, and I want to clip that off, but that metal of the frame is so strong, my scissors would never cut it.
Oh, just wire cutters and go. Oh, I'll show you.
Wire cutters, but that's a metal. It's not a wire. It's a strong metal.
Thank you, Mark. Is this the stamp you're talking about here with the maps? I have the other one too. Where did I put it? Or this one?
Wait just a minute. What are we going?
Mark was asking about my stamp, the big wooden stamp.
He couldn't see. Now again.
Oh, okay. Are these the stamps you're talking about? Is this what? Am I right when you're saying stamp? Yeah, I like both of these. This one is called Faded Text, and it's by Stampabilities. This one is Stampers Anonymous, HLV1003. It doesn't have a name. It's a Tim Holtz. But I really like both of those. And thanks, I like my tags too. I think they turned out good. I got to decide if I'm going to do anything more to them. I put copper on the edges of my other things. But so now I got to see if I want to add more. I'll show you real quick the kinds of images I've got. I've got a bunch of different images. I've got images of ladies that like that, or like this. I've even got some that are more real photographs, like this one and this one. I mean, I just look at this lady's hair. I mean, good grief. That is amazing hair.
Lisa, I had an aunt who had hair like that when I was little.
Oh, it's just amazing to me. And then here's,
it was gray as all get out, and she wore it on top of her head every day. Can you imagine how heavy that was? I
cannot imagine how heavy that was. So I've got, a bunch of different kinds of vintage ladies. These were mostly came off of Graphics Fairy, and I just shrunk them down before I printed them off so that they would fit. All different kinds. And then I've got flowers and birds. And I thought I would put the flowers and birds on my tags and the ladies on these. And then whatever I've got left, I'm going to use in this little book because I have more than I can use. So, and I may, I haven't decided yet if I'm going to try to do anything else besides just put the, the tags, the images straight on, or if I'm going to try to put some text paper behind them or something. I don't know. I have to think about that. There's not a lot of room.
No, there isn't. But to me, I don't think I'm just going to put my images down. I'm going to do something behind them.
Yeah.
So I
something. I'm just not sure what.
Mm-hmm.
And I may trim some of the images closer so that I can put something behind it. Like this one's small. So putting something behind it and cut off there, would be pretty easy. And some of these, like this one, are pretty small. I even thought about just tearing around some of the flowers and then putting collage behind them. So I'm gonna have to think about that. That's gonna be my my homework for the next 2 weeks, is to figure out what I'm gonna put with these.
Well, I'm going to have to finish up my pages. I have 4 pages here, but that's because I didn't paint them all. So before I went out to do something else.
I really like those, Tanya. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I think it's coming out real good. I really like how it's looking, and that's, and I really like Lisa's idea of a little book, and so I'm going to have to play with that. Mary, it depends on how heavy the piece of metal is. Like Laura said, snips would work. These are cheapy wire cutters from Harbor Freight. They used to be about $2 and something. They are my favorite wire cutters, even though they're cheap as all get out, and I've used them for years. When they go bad at the tips, which is, fast for me, especially if I'm cutting steel wire or something like that, then I send them out to the shop for Jeff. I
don't think those would cut. Would you put it on me? I have the frame here. I'll show it to you.
Okay, yeah, show it to me.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised if those would cut it.
Okay, let me see. Put some white paper behind it, Mary. I can't see it.
Okay, hold a minute. Let me grab a piece of paper.
And yes, Laura, you have us to visit with. And it's that little piece on the side.
Yeah, well, see on the other side, it's got some little decorative elements, but these 2 pieces right here and right there, and I'm not sure because I can't see how let me put it on me so I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. See there. Can you see? And this is a very strong metal. This isn't just this is strong metal.
Yeah, it's still pot metal, Mary. It depends on how hard you could squeeze. But Laura's right. You could buy you could get like 10 snips.
I don't think this is 10. This is not 10. This is a strong metal.
It's probably pot metal, which is, a mix. But what I'm saying is you could buy 10 snips. 10 snips is just the name of the tool.
Oh, you think it'll cut a strong metal? 10 snips?
Oh, they'll cut through sheets of steel. So.
Well, that would work.
Jeffrey uses a pair of 10 snips to cut my stainless steel rods.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, see, this is the reason I want to do it is it's just about maybe 1/4 of an inch, and it won't lay flat on my. I want to use it on a journal cover, and it won't lay flat.
Can you put a hole in the journal cover?
I could put a hole in the journal cover. I could do that and let it lay flat, but then I've still got it to deal with on the other side.
On the other side, yeah. I would see if you could cut it off with some 10 snips, but the other option is to get a file.
And file it down?
And file it, yeah.
My brother may have, if you're talking 10 snips.
Okay, listen, look at what Gloria said. She said aviation shears, and yeah, that would work.
What, aviation shears? Where do you get those, at Harbor Freight?
Yep, that's what she just said.
Well, and it isn't just this piece. I run across a lot of these in my broken jewelry, strong pieces that I can't do anything with.
Go and look at the aviation shears at Harbor Freight, because she's right. Those probably would cut it, and they're kind of like scissors, but they're not.
Okay. Alrighty.
And Becky says Howie needs his time. And I think Beth is right. I think these wire cutters would take it off. Now, like I said, it depends on whether or not you have enough strength to cut it, but that's pot metal, and I'll bet you this would slide into there and cut it off. But
well, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't have the strength to cut it, but my brother might.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that much strength in my wrist. I can do some things, but
aviation shears might do it too.
So it isn't anything that I can bend.
Yeah, no, you can't bend it.
Yeah, this is it's not something I can bend.
Gloria also has a very good idea.
Take it with you and ask them there. Yeah.
You might even get one of the guys to cut it off for you if you bought the tool.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah.
And like Beth says, not your good ones. That's, Beth, why I use these $2 ones, because I have 4 more pair in the drawer. So if I chew one of these up, I have, another pair. I used to go through those really fast, and my son and my husband loved it when I had to have a new pair.
Well, I'm going to try my brother first. If you think 10 snips will do it, if you think 10 snips will do it, I'll ask him.
Yeah, ask him if he's got a pair of 10 snips. And I, of course, managed to pick up one of the paper tubes that's 1/8 of an inch shorter than the rest of them. I'll have to decide if that's going to make me irritable or not.
Okay, Laura, I saw what you said about filing off. She said you may, after he snips it, you may need to file it down so that you don't cut yourself or snag yourself on it.
Yeah, and I think she's probably right, because it's going to possibly leave it kind of ouchy.
Well, I am really thrilled with how these are coming out. Much better than what I expected.
Well, other than the fact that my tags are just way too wimpy. So I may have to do something different about that. I may have to put some other cardstock, because this tag is just way too wimpy. Look at Lisa going. She's already gluing something. What are you doing, Lisa? Oh, putting lace on her doors.
I'm putting lace on my doors.
So
are you going to have a closure on your doors, Lisa?
I'm going to use buttons.
Are you going to use a button? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to sew one on each side, and then I'll just have a piece of twine tied to one side that I wrap around the other side.
Okay. I'll probably copy you then. And Tanya, I'm going to go back at the very first of the video and see what you did, because you were putting 2 of them together, kind of.
Oh, I think this is dry enough. I can show you, Mary.
Oh, okay.
That was a problem a few minutes ago. Listen, before I do, Gloria's, Kathy said a Dremel, like the grinding bit, the Dremel bit. That's you can use like a stone from on your Dremel.
Yeah, I don't know a Dremel, but that's interesting.
You don't have a Dremel? Okay, I have 3. That's just how things are. But a stone would grind it off. So,
thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Mina.
Okay. Okay, Mary. This is one of my paper tubes, and I cut off a section over here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here.
Oh.
And then I'm going to put my end piece on. Now I'm going to I'm going to glue just, now Lisa glued both ends. I'm just going to glue one end right here a little bit, like so. I'm going to leave this end open.
Okay.
And I'm going to put my tabby thing here.
Okay.
Okay. That way, and I can make a little tag to go in here.
Okay.
Okay. It will be smaller. Of course, or I might make a little book that tucks in here like so.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that one I'm going to do. Now, I'm not going to put this piece on until I get some images on this piece. Because
your book is going to open horizontally?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to open horizontally.
Okay.
So then, okay, so that's one of the tag things. And see, it has another one on the back side.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's two pockets when you do it that way. So this is just like not quite, a little more than half of the paper towel tube that you just stick in. Okay, so that's one. And then the other one, and I have a bigger piece somewhere. Where did it go?
I could probably use, I cut one of my tubes in half and was going to use tags. I could probably use those half pieces to do that and then make my tags out of my paper like I was planning on.
Yeah, this piece is, I cut a tube in half and that's a little small. I'm probably going to turn those into little books.
Okay.
This piece I'm going to put on here. What I did with it was I cut a chunk off and then I cut a little piece. So I cut a little strip off of here and then cut a chunk off. And this one is going to be just a slightly different pocket. Again, I'm going to leave two sides open so that whatever I tuck in can tuck in here.
Wow.
And
cool. I like that.
I might
have a question on that end piece. So you got a double piece on that small piece, right? Are you going to glue that shut?
I'm going to glue it. Yes, I'm going to glue it right here, just along this edge.
No, your small piece, is that one piece or is that a double piece? Your small piece.
This black piece?
Your small tube that you show. You don't have it in your hand now. The small, oh, there it is. There it is. I'm sorry. No.
This one?
No, no. It was there. I just didn't see it. No, the one on the table, that one. Yeah, see, it's double.
Yes.
That's double. So are you going to glue it down? Oh, you put it. Oh, I see what you did. You put it around. Okay.
And then I'll put some glue on this one edge that's on the binding side.
Okay. So you just have a half version of the half horizontal of the half vertical.
Yeah, I have a fat short piece instead of a long skinny piece.
Right.
To make
I like that. Very cool. I'll do that too.
But I'm going to. I'm not liking how wiggly this is now. Granted, they probably are still damp, but they just don't have enough body. So I think I want to get some Mod Podge on them.
Yeah.
And stiffen them up and put my images on them before I put my end piece on these.
Yeah, when I added that gesso on top, it added a lot of body to it. And then when I put the tissue pieces on, that added more to it too. So
yeah, the Mod Podge and the glue I think will add a lot, but I'm going to have to do that before I can put my end pieces on this.
Right.
So they may not be totally ready by next week, or by 2 weeks. So, but I definitely do not like these tags. So I'm going to have to play with the tags a little bit and see if the images and Mod Podge are going to make them stiff enough, or if I'm going to need to.
Well, you know why they're a little wiggly is because they're cutting the diagonal. They're cutting the diagonal there, and that weakens them.
Well, that and they're still a bit damp.
Yeah.
You know, they're not completely dry. So And I've been not paying any attention to chat, so I hope we didn't have any questions.
Y'all can go away if you want to. You don't have to sit and listen to us chat some more.
Mark, we're probably going to end up going pretty soon because it's 10:30. Not right this minute, but pretty soon. Because Mary's going to get up in the morning and I'm getting to my bed. It's past my bedtime, so, you know, I'm getting tired. And then the next session is March 26th, which is a Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central, just like everybody else. Good night, Judy.
Good night, Judy.
Steak and fries. And I know it's gay, like Gailey or something, and I apologize for murdering your name. If you go to the video on my channel that talks about this paper tube book, there are 3 videos listed in the description that you can look at so that you have an idea of what's going on. They're all 3 sort of put together the same way. The binding is kind of an optional thing, how you bind it. Lori Marie's video, she used like a Copic stitch. One of the videos I think has rings. Lisa is going to use ribbons in holes. So those videos, seeing those videos might help you to know where it's headed and might give you a little bit of an idea. And I'm sorry, Becky, are you still here? No, Becky's gone. I think all my moderators are gone. Beth, are you here? I don't even know if I can get to it.
Beth, I think, is here. Beth was here at 10:27, so unless she left in the last 10 minutes.
Okay, Becky is here. Oh, but she's okay. Just a minute.
Susan's here.
Susan's here. Susan, could you go to my my channel and get a link for the video that shows the information for doing this book? I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting tired. I'd appreciate it, Susan, if you could do that. I know Janet's gone. She's gone to bed. She was tired. The L is correct. So Gailey, is that if I
Gail, I think.
Oh, no.
Gail, maybe?
Car, like car. Car.
No, it's Gakar.
No,
Gael. Car.
Gael. Okay. I'll probably call you steak and fries because I'll probably murder it every time.
I like that name. I think it's a pretty name.
It is a beautiful name, but you know,
sounds like it's Scottish to me in a way. Gael.
Jerry, Susan, about a week to a week and a half ago, I did a video that said March Hangout info. Is that what I called it? I think that's what I called it. It's about a week old, week and a half old, Susan. Christy, I will be putting the binding link on after the video uploads, which means tomorrow. The binding link is in the little scrappy book video, but I will put it on this video tomorrow sometime. It'll probably be in the afternoon, but I will get it up there. I will also try to put it in the group, on the group page. I think I put it up on the group page before. I will have to see. I know I had that piece of paper. And like I said, Lisa is going to use ribbons. You're just going to put the ribbons through the holes, Lisa?
At the moment, that's my plan. I might think of something, do something different. I don't know, but right now that's my plan.
And I, for some reason, have lost my little piece of paper with it on it, so I don't know what I've done, which is not a good thing. But I have a link. It's a blog, and you can actually print off the link.
Okay, I got the doorknobs on one.
Oh, that's so cute, Lisa.
And this just hangs down, and then you unwrap it. And
Oh, that's adorable.
That's kind of ugly, but.
Oh no, it looks like a stair step. It looks like the porch stepping in. The pole. The bottom pole. The bottom
right here.
No, the bottom piece.
Yeah.
The bottom piece looks like the stair step stepping into the door. You know,
yeah.
like you walk up the steps and walk in a door.
Right, I understand. That's just not what I was talking about, so you confused me. Sorry.
Oh, oops.
That's okay.
I just talked about what I saw.
Yes, Laura.
I'm listening to you.
Laura, you can search slip stitch binding on Pinterest and get the pictures, and the link usually goes through to the website where you can get a printout.
Cover with washi. Good idea, Gloria. Thank you. And she said it's awesome, name. Sorry, Tanya.
I just said that was awesome to Kathy. She's going to start. She didn't.
Kathy, be sure and let those dry. Give them some dry time. Do them early enough so that they have, because that was my problem. I did not let my tubes, I gessoed them really good, but I stacked them up before they were completely dry. So they need to be completely dry before you stack them up or they'll all stick together. So it takes some time.
Susan has posted a link, and in that video description, there are 3 links to 3 different tube book videos to give you an idea of what's going on. Thank you very much, Susan. Oh, Brad's would be cute too. Yeah. To hold
Brad's would be easier.
Yeah.
But I like the stitched look since I've got lace behind it.
Yeah, and you know, you could staple some little fibers to it too.
That's true.
Or you know what I have? I have a little oh yeah, I have one of those. You know how you have your little Tim Holtz topper for your tags? I have a die that cuts like a little hinge that oh, you know, those old screen door latches, you know, where the it comes down and goes in a hole.
Uh-huh.
It's a cardboard hinge that kind of looks like that.
Oh, how cute.
Tanya?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see my video where you put the shank on the paper clip from your journal, and I went out and got some broken jewelry, and Lisa had sent me some gold paper clips. I don't know if you remember that, Lisa. You sent me some gold paper clips.
I remember.
I had more fun putting those broken jewelry pieces on that paper clip. I couldn't find any shank buttons, but now I'm going to keep my eye out for shank buttons, Tanya, because that's what you did on your journal. You inspired.
Oh, it was on the altered book.
On the altered book.
I haven't seen that video then. If it was after that, I haven't seen the video.
Yeah, so I'm still kind of working. I haven't done a flip of it yet. Well, actually, I've been doing flips in my live streams. But I just have the front page to do on it, and then I'll do a flip. I have the title page and the kind of the explaining what it's all about. And then I'll do a flip. But I was telling you how much I enjoyed your paper clip with the button, the shank button on it.
Well, and I appreciate that. And I just haven't, you know, with the kidlet here, I haven't had a chance to watch videos. I
understand that.
I wasn't even on the internet hardly at all. So that and Jeff and I are both tired because, you know, we've been staying up really late for us and then getting up really early so that we could spend as much time with him as could, because we only had 4 days, I think. So he left yesterday morning. So good night, Kathy. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. We'll see you before that, but we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Guys, I'm about crashing. So let's see where Lisa is. I'm not near as far done as Lisa and Mary.
I'm just putting this other little
door together. Now, Lisa, are you gonna put images on the inside since you've got?
Yeah, I'm gonna do those collages inside.
Okay.
Now, is yours going to open horizontally too, Lisa, or vertically?
Mine's going to open vertically.
Okay.
So mine really, you know, it looks like a door this way instead of like that. But the lady I watched, hers opened like this.
Okay.
So,
that's how I'm planning for mine to open.
Yeah, I think it'll look fine either way.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do little collages, and I think I'm going to probably go ahead and stick a tag in there too, since it, you know, will work.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing some tags. Oh, let's see that. Look, is that a paper? That's a clipboard thing on your tag. So you can do all your tags like that?
Yeah, I did all of them like that.
You have a punch like that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, how cool is that? I've seen those punches. I might get one of those now.
Yeah,
I love that.
I think it can come in real handy for a lot of things, but I thought it was great for tags.
Yeah, I do. I like that a lot. I was just going to tear mine. I like yours.
I mean, go back to Tuesday morning. I didn't see that one anywhere.
Yeah, I was really happy when I saw it because I thought, oh, I can use that one for a lot of things.
Did you get that at Hobby Lobby or Joanne?
I got it at Tuesday morning. It's a let me get it and show you.
I thought I saw it at Hobby Lobby, but it might have been the tab punch that I saw.
They may have it there too, but I got it at Tuesday morning, and the Tuesday morning price was $7.99, and then it was 40% off.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a pretty good price for that, though.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I would have gotten that too if I'd have seen it. I don't think they had it.
Well, I'm ready to sign off, ladies.
Yeah, me too. So, anybody who's still here, good night. We're so glad you came.
Thank you, Susan.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Susan, for posting. Lori, I'm glad. Guys, remember that it's Tuesday night, the 26th at 7 p.m. Central. We will be back, but we will be on Lisa's channel that night. So I will link to that in Lisa's channel in this video when I get on tomorrow to put links down there.
Yes, Gloria, it's a die, not a punch. You're right. There may be punches like it, but this one is a die. And oh, there was something else I saw I needed to answer. What was that?
Scroll back and get it, Lisa. I won't close this out until.
Okay. We're glad that you're wanting to do this, Gloria. And Angela, I'm glad that you're here. I didn't notice you until just now. Sorry. I'm planning to run my tags through the embosser. Lori Marie ran her tubes through like this after she put her pictures on there, but I didn't want to do that. But I am going to run my tags through the embosser, and so I'll have that done by next week, so you can see that.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, not next week.
2 weeks.
Thank you all for coming.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
I'll let you girls sign out before I close the video.
All righty. I'm leaving.
Hang on.